That's kwadwo enso eni eti ye twa more film donzo yes enso eni enso eni abranti a ɔhwɛ on the screen no enti Jordan Amisa enso without a Saka, of course. So also any Joseph Ablo, yes, last Samba Onya Ndugani, Samba Onya Ndugani. Yes, legend. And so any Olomo, it must from Olomo, and I was showing on the screen to Kumasi Sante Kotoko. And I was yes, other squad and all. So almost so ever touch it now. Wait, yes. Yes, must see a Sante Kotoko. Yes.
of still winning the top 4 because you have the chance to play 3 games and you lost your first game. So calculation wise, that means your chances are done. You cannot win a silverware. Both legends say something. These are coaches that have seen it all. Coach Bashir Hayford, Coach Karim Zito. So it will be like Hadi said, throwing out the card tactically, and I enjoy them. The first game, Heart of Lions versus Masdidi Draman. These coaches, when you're talking to them, they understand the game. Like we see that they were just tricking the taxes here. If this must has coming to next season, we not underestimate Spando. Today, they even confirmed the sign of Efsin from Samates. So it tells you that they are not in to let everyone go. They are bringing the big guys because for Spando out of line, greater respect to them. Going to a former champion, Samates, to pick a player from there and add it. Go to Liberia, they bring their vice captain to the team. It tells you the kind of investment and what they want to do. And Kumasi and Kotoko, they have a lot of competition. They have 3. They are going to play 2 domestic, that is the league, and also MTN FA Cup, and of course they're going to the Confederation. They're going to represent Ghana on the map. You need a team that has depth in terms of bench and all those stuff. And you're having a man in Karim Zito who have seen it all, even at the Africa, let's say terrain. He went with Dreams FC, which in terms of quality, Kotoko is up there. So it is a sort of litmus paper for them. Yes, they will not dwell when you're a coach, you not dwell much on the result when it comes to the Gal cutoff. Of course, you are now putting your team together for the season. But the fans have a different view, bragging right at stake. So I think it's a good game. You're going to experience a good game. And one thing I want to see is how Henry will come back again. Maybe legend can help us when you're a player, you cause a blunder and you come to play again. How will you psych yourself coming into the next game? How will you make amends and let you be in the good books of the supporters, because we are going to start the season very soon. So it's going to be a beautiful game. And if you are not at work and you're around Medina or Okunglo, can you go to the University of Ghana?
All right, talking about the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, let's check the place out now. It's all ready and all set for this afternoon's action. The teams are already in the dressing room. We'll be bringing you all the updates. And so this is it. The place is ready for this afternoon's action. We gather also that Coach Karim Zito has changed the whole squad. That is what the news coming in. For your information, if you're watching, the same sets of players you saw playing the first game against BBN Gold Stars, it wasn't because they lost to BBN Gold Stars. What Coach Karim Zito is saying is that because it's preseason, he wants to test all the players. Legend, would you say is the right call? Because it's changed the whole squad.
Yeah, apart from Coach Zito thinking of winning this trophy, it's also a preparatory grounds for the season.
Exactly.
Because you cannot say that because you want to win, you are not going to give the other guys the chance to also explore what they can give you. Because for now, everybody is fighting for the first 11.
Exactly.
And if it was Coach Bashir Hayford, I'll tell you, when you enter into Coach Bashir Hayford's first 11, before somebody can take you out, unless injury. Because you yourself, you get that mentality that Coach Bashir Hayford will never change a fit player. Unless maybe injury situations or anything to come true. But this is up to them. Whenever I pass by, he used to tell them, I wish you saw the Queen playing.
Exactly.
And you, Eric, you need to come and then. And I said, my videos are on the net. So if for now the players, they don't make use of the internet, because I wish we had this whereby you see Etophils and Co. those times, because they were names that people were calling us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which we couldn't get a chance to even see their videos. So now they have everything at their disposal, but they are not making good use of it. And it's really, really affecting. Because for you to be in the Premier, now you are going to learn pass and receiving. I mean, it's a serious. So you end up blaming Kotoko or blame who?
Exactly.
Because way back, before you play for these 2 giant clubs, House of Folk and then Kumasi and Kotoko, they've known your name somewhere. And people call names before they come to watch matches.
That's true.
So if somebody is blaming the FA, sometimes I'm like, we are lacking the quality. We only have the quantity. So this season, once sponsorship is coming through, we are seeing companies jumping in and out. What do we also have? What are we presenting to them? Which is the league. Because if we are able to exhibit quality, then we should expect more to come. But if we are to play the season and the same guys cannot prove their worth, then it will be a very, very big problem for the next season to come.
All right. So a big problem is it going to be for them, as Eric is saying.
Yeah.
Let's quickly look at a few of the players to watch out for, those who performed so well. Marcia Santi Kotoko, Albert Amon on the screens currently. You know how he performs and how he plays. What should we expect?
He's a tormentor. He's a tormentor as well, but it seems he's more really at the wings. And for now, as we speak, I was even telling my boss, Coach Zito, that we don't have a typical number 9 now in the Kotoko team. Because Kwame Poku is a winger. Amwa too, the same. So when you play them two top, meaning there's no striker at the bench. But right now we have the new signing, the striker who Kotoko just signed. So I think he is more of a typical number 9. So if you have Kwame Poku and then Amwa operating from the flanks and then having him as a spearhead who will be at the apex, I think is going to help Kumasi Asante Kotoko so well. But like you said, there's been a shake-up.
Exactly.
So
let's see new faces that will be playing. But I mean, Albert is one of the key players to look out for.
Sure.
You want to touch on Albert?
I think the first time I saw Albert was with Olympics. I said, no, this guy, Legend was saying something. Before you go to Kotoko House, you need to be there. And he exhibited that with Olympics because he was one of the few people holding the Olympics team, the attack-wise. And I think adding him to a coach like Karim Zito, where he pays attention to details, he's not only tactically gifted, but he can develop players very well. I mean, he's super good. So I think I'm not surprised he has changed it because being around clubs for a long time, you need to do it. And Ledger was saying that this is sort of a litmus paper. You need to check. Yes, fans will want to see their favorite player playing because I remember some of the supporters shout, why it was Benjamin Asarino even in the post. It's understandable. You need to give the new guys the opportunity because the season is very long. Injuries might set in, fatigue might set in, suspension may come in. Who is going to fill in the gap? So I think Coach Karim Zito, who tactically thinks even always outside the box, he always says that he doesn't care about the formation and then you just psych you and you go and play. So I think it's a good thing. Even though how I wish I want to see the team he'll be using for next season. Let's say at least 6 of them will start. The core of the team will start so that we know how they'll fare in the next season. But it's a good thing for them. And who knows if this second team can go head to head with maybe Bashir for first 11. It gives you a clear cut. Okay, when I'm going into Africa, when I'm going to play my NTN FA Cup, I'm going to play my Premier League. These are long run of games. You need a lot of legs to go. I can count on these guys.
Exactly.
And even to even add on what you are saying, I had the times to talk to Didi Dramani because the first game, if you carefully study the game, you can see the fatigue sets in during the first embers of the game. And I asked him, and he was like, he has given everybody a certain period to play within the game.
He mentioned it.
Scientifically.
So, that man is more tactical and scientific.
Exactly.
So he has these two. But when it comes to Zito, he's a monster on his own. He's an orchestrator who can torment you with a little shake-up whereby he will confuse. Because I think Ansu to play this game will have been a great chance for him to
come back alive.
Yeah, because it happened to the Accra Suffolk defender when Amwa took the ball from him in Kumasi. But the next game that he played in this top 4, you can see even the Manche Cup. You can see how he performed. He was solid behind. He made sure that he sweeps the back, made all the dirty works for Accra Suffolk. You can see that he was born for the team.
That's true.
Exactly.
And it's been a while we see such a player in Kotoko. I mean, a player that you can see that he's ready. I think there was one player who stopped playing, the Ness, who used to tie the fabulous around the head.
Oh,
the holding midfielder. yeah, that guy, you can see that
the
he
one
came
who's now
for
a
the
nurse.
team. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tamale is
yeah,
now a
Confano
nurse.
team.
But guys, talking about it, let's look at another player. I mean, I know if we want to dwell on
Exactly.
these players, will not
Yeah.
go. But then let's look at another player to watch out for, which would be Emmanuel Entry. Another great player by all standards. He's
Yeah,
been
done with
assisting.
him.
Yeah. So he's also another key
Yeah.
player. I mean, you
You
should.
know, he was in Egypt as well.
Yeah.
With Pyramids.
Yeah,
and
Sure,
then,
sure.
And with his experience, I think he's going to help the Kotoko team so well. Yeah, he's going to help because the coach knows him so well from Dreams.
Yeah.
And then he was not just a part-time player in the team. He was an indelible ink in the white calico.
Yeah.
That's it.
You understand? So I think he's going to show his maturity here. And like the Dreams player who left for Malaysia now, you know, when he was there, he was a player coach at the same time because on the field of play, you need to have a player coach.
Exactly.
Because our time, it was Osekufo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, after the coach is done with his pep talks, then you say, General, I'm done with you guys. Go with your boys. And he'll be coaching you as you play. Eric, don't pass, stand on it. This guy, he cannot play you. Hey, do this, do that. So you see, there's kind of motivation, and you need a commander on the field. And that is what I think now Kotoko is lacking. They need a commander who can, I mean, when the going gets tough, somebody to ginger them, side them that, man, it can happen so that things should be cool for the team.
Exactly. So it's match number 3, it's match day 2, obviously here, and it's our continuous coverage of the 2025 Gal Cup Top 4. First game we're bringing you this afternoon in match day 2 happens to be between Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they are going to face Heart of Lions in this one. So let's look at the other players also, and then we can go. Samba O'Neil.
Wow.
I
remember when the president said, "Are you a Ghanaian?" After the president
He
said, "Are you a Ghanaian?"
Yeah.
Because I was feeling that because of the language barrier, he cannot lead the guys. But when he's talking, you know, he has made me understand that it's not about talk. You don't need to lead by talking. Even your gestures and even your attitude count. And it's one of the key.
So language shouldn't be a barrier.
Exactly.
No, and even now with football.
Soaking mix, Chocomal taste. It's on point. Pass, dribble, shoot, that's the goal. And pay jump. Roll. Get set, Kivo. Get set. Energy plus the taste feels right. Fuel your fun, fuel your stride. Winning spirit, rise inside.
Into the plus with energy.
I think Zito tried him the other time and he was super, but it seems he has played the center back for a while, so he's more comfortable there. And you know, when it comes to the DM, it needs the minds of Jordan Opoku and co.
That's true.
You understand? So I mean, you need to be very, very influential, very skillful. Your cute awareness should be on point. I mean, before and off the ball, how you position yourself and all that. So it's not an easy job there, especially when you are playing a single pivot. That is where your mind has to work more. And if you get a player like Jordan Opoku within that sector, I mean, he's going to lavish.
And sometimes it reminds me of the likes of Godwin Bloody. Watching them. Listen, great players by all standards.
They were too sweet.
Too sweet. Anyway, let's check out Lions, Heart of Lions. They said they are the wounded lions, if I'm right. And this is how the wounded lion arrived. The porcupine had his mouth also open, but the king of the jungle's mouth is wide open this afternoon. To roar. What's the story going to be like as they also arrive to face the Porcupine Warriors? Listen, this is going to be a cracker because Kumasi Asante Kotoko doesn't want to leave any stone unturned. Lions also say they are wounded, their tails have been stepped on, and they want to make a mark, and they don't want to leave this top 4 just like that. So that's how the story is going to be like. But it brings back memories, I'm sure, nostalgic ones for you watching this when you used to play for Lions. Tell us, at this stage, what do you think will be running through minds of players knowing very well you don't have a point? And you're going to face a big club like Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
I think these two clubs, a lot is being expected from Krobia, unlike the Hearts of Lions team. And I think, per what I saw in the first game, their ball retentions, if they are to start during the first embers of the game, I know Kotoko is not going to have it easy. Yeah. So, and I know Kotoko will go in all out because they've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
They need 3 points at all costs. And they have their former Hearts of Lions, and their former coach as well.
Exactly.
So this is 2 against 1.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very cagey encounter whereby the counter press will be more. But when you are going to steal, you make sure you lock your door. That's very, very key in this game. Because
exactly.
There will be more counter.
A lot.
More counters because everybody wants to score. And you score and then you protect. So ball retentions must be very, very key in this game.
All right, so the likes of Lawrence Osei and a host of them, Redu Danso, Jayton Nete, Aban Ebenezer, the captain, and a host of them, they are all the ones you should watch out for. And you saw them arriving there. Let's check out a few of the key players to watch. Lawrence obviously did perform so well in the first game, and is another key player to watch out for Hearts of Lions, the goalkeeper, the shot stopper for Hearts of Lions.
I think even Fatah was talking a lot about him. And he even posted a video about him. I mean, his one-on-one situations, his area duels and all that, it was super. It was super on the day. So even the goal itself that scored him, you know, that it was a very swift something because the player wanted to knock the ball out, and then he rather scrape him, and then it was in the net. So he was so down.
He was really extremely down.
I think Joe, one of the things I like about his ball distribution. I mean, knowing Fatal, who is the Blasters goalkeeper, to talk about you that hey, you are good, and it's a prospect for. Last time I said it's that if we are going to look for a long-term replacement, these are the guys to be looking at because age-wise he's there and his basic skill set as a goalkeeper he has it. And I think he's fortunate. He's in the hands of a coach that understands player development, understands the player's language. I know he will psych him and tell, hey, the first game you did well, let's go. Because we've seen what you've done in the league and what he can do. So I think I'm not surprised he came as a player to watch or say it's really good. And now the coaches are now moving away from the typical goalkeeper or the goalkeeper that will move away and let the number 5, the ball on beam.
No.
They want a
ball playing goalkeeper.
Exactly. So he falls into that category. And I think he's a really good guy. Who knows, maybe but at the end of the next season, the big clubs will rather want to change him or something. But I think Lawrence is a good guy and he's good. Let's see what he's coming against another test against the Amwa.
I think his composure alone tells you how confident he
is. And you know, Joe, now goalkeepers are liberals now.
That's true.
They are the liberals who we even start, I mean, every attack with them. So if you don't have a keeper who is good on the ball, who always want to stay back in the pool and then wait for the balls to come, then you have a problem because you need a number 12 man on the field, which is the goalkeeper, because he's keeping the pool and then playing as a libero for you as well.
And it tells you he knows how to start the attack, right?
Yeah, because you see how he delays and then he goes swift. I mean, to locate his wingers. Yeah, so that makes him a very, very good goalkeeper. I mean, a good add-up to the club.
A very confident goalkeeper. You should watch out for him this afternoon. So the goal was actually going to come. So let's see that goal that he conceded against Hearts of Oak, against the run of play in this set piece, as you were talking about, Eric. It tells you
because he was at the right place.
Yeah,
it was at the, because if the ball should have touched where he was standing, it was an easy ball for him to hold. No, this is not.
Okay. I think
it was even because I think they gave respect to Hearts in the first half because 3 days ago you scored him in the Manchester derby. I'm coming, so yeah. But in the second half, as you said, they came all out, and you could see that they needed it at all points. And this is very serious. We're coming against Kotoko, who has now changed his entire 11, and you want to come against Kotoko with that same energy. You might have your chances, then maybe get the first goal, then you can sit back. So I think let's not underrate. None of the clubs can be underrated, especially what they've shown. And they've said it. They've won twice, 2005, 2009, and Kotoko has won 2. So on pegging order in the Gaka top 4, you are even with them.
Yeah.
So away with the big names, yes, I'm going. And I know now the clubs have now psyched themselves that if not because of you, we watch you weekend, because if you are playing for Kotoko, it has, so it's true. If not,
Yeah, you know,
they watch you
yeah,
every weekend, so
yes.
you are not better than me. I believe myself. So
that's
you are
true.
fortunate they watch you every weekend. Me, they watch me once in a while.
Mhm.
And I play against Kotoko. If I play 50%, I'm going 100%. Any 50-50, but my yamiabo.
All right, so
That-
that's the
that's
goal.
the
That's
goal.
the goal. Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
I think
And it came against the run of play. He least expected it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not something that was well orchestrated, something.
Exactly.
But,
like
yeah,
luck be
I think somebody had his head a bit to it.
it was the keeper,
Yeah.
the defender, the captain.
Oh, Aban.
Aban. Because where the keeper was, he was expecting the ball.
Yeah.
With the sign of W. The
Mm.
keepers now they use the sign of W.
Okay.
That is full grab.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, now when you go to the coaching, you need to also learn the goalkeeping
Yeah.
skill and all those things. Yeah. So the sign is like this.
Mhm.
I know if Fatah is watching. he knows what I'm talking.
Anyway, so let's look at the other players also. I think the lineup is also out, but then let's quickly look at Ebenezer. Aban he was superb. Unfortunately, that goal had to come off his head. It was an own goal though. But a lot to talk about this young.
Yeah. You know, he's gained the experience,
Exactly.
the confidence. maturity. I can say the whole team.
Yeah,
He is
the
the
leader.
matured,
Sure.
person in the team now who have to be a leader, and you can see the leadership qualities in him.
Yeah.
When even before the free kick,
Yeah.
he tried and organized everything, and then he broke the pot.
Mm.
So
I remember watching one of his trainings, and he's like the next coach of the team, because he was telling the guys, hey, like is those type of the defenders that they play when they talk whilst playing, hey, trying like that's the thing. And those people are automatically, when they finish playing, you know that they are entering into coaching. And Ebenezer is one of the good guys. Prospect, and he has seen it all, the team. And when you have such a figure in the club or in the team, you dare not misbehave. He's one of the few people when issues come, he comes and says, hey, Massa. Right. So I think it's a good thing. Kotoko didn't have that on pitch, but they have it.
And bro, don't let us forget that if Heart of Lion is having a good keeper, they have Aholu, who is a former Black Star goalkeeper.
That's true.
So and they have, if their midfielding is clicking, they have a player like Nieje, whom recently they played Kotoko against us of Oldies. You saw how he was distributing the passes, the goal that he scored. So if you are a coach and you have Nieje, Jordan Opoku, Max Setcher playing in your midfield, you can close your book and go and sleep.
And I'm happy that now the legends are now coming into the coaching bit, because one of the days with them in Pem, but now they are coming into it.
I think that's one good thing Kurt is doing, because he's really encouraging us to come close to the boys in terms of coaching, in terms of motivation and all that. He's playing a very vital role. And even with my license or CV, I couldn't have taken these boys to Switzerland. But he had that confidence in me that once you've been on the pitch before, and then you are now a coach, you should have that balls to go with them, and by the grace of God, as we normally say.
I know, right?
So imagine a legend telling you, I've scored so many goals. This is how we scored.
And you know the funny thing, last time we were training and I was teaching them how to play free kicks. And how do you call it? The Basel people were standing around, and the guy played. He could have said, the person have moved for you. It's all about you calculating the height there. So after I played, and then they were asking, is he also part of the team? They said that's the coach.
Anyway, guys, let's look at another player, Obeng Jr., before we look at the lineup, which is already out. Obeng Jr., another great player. Very, very.
I call it the Jordan Ayew of the local.
Shouldn't miss such a chance. It should be one in a million. So he should have done something better. But I know today we want, I mean, a rescuer
Exactly.
to come on board today. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Obin Jr. will definitely rise to the occasion. Let's check out the lineups now. Let's look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko's lineup now. With Kumasi Asante Kotoko this afternoon, these are the players you should expect. Aziz Bia there is going to be in post for them. So
Francis Akwa.
Hey, Francis Akwa. So Philip Amo is also starting. Zakaria Fusaini, my player there. Samba O'Neill, Johnson Owusu, Samuel Tinedu, Morfing Doso, Seth Kojo, Joseph Amo, and Inusa Adams. So this is actually
another set.
Yeah, another set altogether.
And Joe, for all you know, every good team has a good bench.
Yeah.
Because that is where a coach will look at the bench when things are not going right and say, hey, but if you have this kind of team, I mean, waiting for you on the bench and today you are presenting them and knowing that you have a capable another squad on the bench which you can do your substitutions when the going gets tough, I think it's a plus for Coach Bad, because when you check the two teams it seems like Lions are having more new players than Kotoko.
Exactly.
That's true.
You understand? Because for them, most of them travel with the team to South Africa.
Yeah.
So when it comes about cohesion, blend, and then team justification, they are on top more than the Lions team. But that doesn't play. That doesn't play. I mean, it's all about how you do it on the field of play, how you fix the players, how the players gel, how they do it. That is what will bring us the win today.
All right, so that is what will bring the win today, Eric Bekwin is saying. And let's check out the lineup for Heart of Lions. Pando Heart of Lions. There you see the lineup now. Osei is going to be imposed. Hennessy, I like this name.
I know you like the
I like the name. Hennessy.
You see, the whole studio is shaking.
Yeah. So Hennessy is at a point when the lineup came up for the first game, I was like, Hennessy? Really? Anyway, so Hennessy is in there. We got Ebenezer Ban, Captain Ado, also Atai J, Dougley, Obin Jr.
There's not been a change.
Yeah.
That's why I'm scared. You played that on Sunday, you went against House of Folk, the same, and today.
But
I'm not
player,
really sure.
But this makes them more dangerous.
More dangerous.
Fatigue.
No. You are in a preseason
because it's not about fatigue.
We're from fatigue here.
That's what I'm scared of.
You had how many hours to rest? And obviously,
you played the last game. Kotoko rested, and they've changed again.
So you don't play the last game again. You need to play the first game instead. Because I mean, listen, more
you need the substitution should have been, I mean, transitional.
Exactly.
I mean, when somebody is fading up, then you adjust. But like he said, he gave a very good reason of why
he's changed the whole
fully because everybody is here to play, and mind you, they are playing Africa. So if you don't test the person in this high-profile tournament, are you waiting for how do you call it, friendly matches to let them exhibit what they can give to you? And time is almost, and you don't have any time to test them anymore. So this is the good platform for him to know the players that he's taking to the market. Yeah. So this is the time for him to see the boys that he's having in camp, because I'm not sure any player is coming anymore.
Yeah, we have limited time. Sunday, you've closed the transfer market, so I think maybe they are done. But let's look at Pando, the additions they've done. Joe, Freeman, Obin Jr. These two guys are already good, because Freeman, we saw what he did, and the vice captain for Liberia.
Freeman and Eche were my men of the match. Eche is another player you should watch.
But this boy who have been in Ghana, he played for entire life.
Freeman.
Yeah, somebody brought up the picture the other time.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw him in Africa when I was playing the Confederation. I know that this guy already has tasted before and coming in. So when I saw that Pando have announced, I said, hey, wow.
You remember Bob Zio?
Yeah, Bob Zio. I mean, another commenter. He was introduced in the top four.
The same. And then he made the headlines. And Bob Zio.
And I mean, Freeman showed glimpses of that also in the first game. It's unfortunate that Hearts of Folk, did win, but then so Freeman currently there on your screen. Those who don't know Freeman, He's a Liberian import. He plies his trade now here in Ghana with Hearts of Lions. So yeah, Freeman is another key player you should really watch out for. Though we didn't project him as one of the players to watch in the first game, he really lived up to the billing, and obviously by all standards, he's in to stay. And I think Delali in the studio the last time said Freeman in Pando. Is that Freeman
I
in
was
Pando?
watching,
Looking
yeah.
at him alone, is that Freeman in Pando for the season, for the upcoming season? Listen, he might end up scoring hat-tricks. Look at his stature. Look at the strength
bulky.
he possesses.
He's
Very,
very
bulky.
bulky, yeah.
And you know, strikers like this nature. I mean, you obviously were tormenting people in your days with your stature and I mean how you were.
Somebody said Lukaku.
Yeah. So I mean, look at him. Yeah, another player to really watch out for.
Yeah, you cannot bully him like that. Yeah, he's a very, very bulky player, a tormentor. And it's left with him being a sniper then.
Exactly.
All is done.
I think he can add up to Obin Jr. because he has tested it very well from Haas and now he's with Pando, so he can help him. But then I think in terms of quality, I will not peg Obin Jr. more ahead than Freeman. I believe they are there. And
no, but it will be good for the coaches to let the Freeman know that he can use Obin Jr. as a decoy.
Yeah.
Rather, so that it will be like Bequin and then Kobnayaru.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if
all the bully works.
Some of the things legends is talking about.
No, Kobnayaru and Bequin.
That
pair was crazy.
You know what? I started watching Legends video. When they had Ibella, they said Bella is trying to break the record. Everybody said, so let's go watch. I said, oh, so that means. So then I asked the together. I didn't know for one chip almost any issue.
That is the thing.
And we were saying with the under 90. So I mean, we are on a good
and
course.
You know, like you are saying, we have, I mean, an example of almighty Manchester United going in for a South African striker to come and teach their strikers how to score.
Yeah.
And the striker transformed marvelously, Rashford.
Yeah.
So if we are here, we are not dead.
Yeah.
And still you cannot take advantage of us, then it's up to you.
Exactly. Talking about taking advantage, let's take advantage of this and go for a quick breather. When we come back, we've got more for you here. It's match number 3, match day 2, with our continuous coverage of the 2025 Galka Top 4 as we're bringing it to you live from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. When we come back, we'll tell you what is really happening. You've seen the team lineup so far. You've seen the teams arriving at the stadium. So what else are you expecting? Kickoff time will be very soon. Don't go anywhere. This is GH1 TV, and we're also live on our Go TV. We are live on Star 103.5 and on Kasapa as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll back shortly.
It's the Telestone Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2.
Day 2, match number 3 there on your screens. Currently, we're going live to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium to bring you this game. It's Hearts of Lions, the wounded Hearts of Lions. They say they are coming up against the Porcupine Warriors. What's the story going to be like? Quick predictions from you, Eric, before we join them.
I think it's going to be a KG one, and I think Kotoko have to wake up strongly. They have to come to the party. So I think when they come, I'm sure it wouldn't be a very, very spacey results. Yeah, maybe a 2-1, 1-0, 2-2 or something.
All right. Atom, how about you? Quick one.
I think Kotoko have to be in lead after 45 minutes.
All right. Okay, so let's join them now at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Over to you.
These teams and, of course, Coach Karim Zito has made some substitutions, but then, of course, Lawrence Osei starting post for Pando Heart of Lions, and Ebenezer Aban, who suffered an injury, is back, and Ruben Hennessy also back. Yao Danso in the right back position, Bismarck Enim in the left back position, Ishmael Ado, and of course, Eche Dogli, as well as Kwesi Pong, Obing Jr., Chauncey Freeman, the striker from Liberia, and Paul Atta are making the front men for this Lion side. And of course, we see the referees for the day, and we have the match day officials, Reginald Collins Amwa, Theophilus Akugri, Seth Ableto, and then Gideon Ni Kofi. Ben, your expectations for this game?
Absolutely. Like I said, the two teams know what is at stake in the game today. It is redemption that indeed the two teams are seeking, just to ensure they can get back to what they lost out on the opening day. But as to who guessed it, I'm sure if you ask the two coaches like Bashir Hayford, look at his face, it tells a story. He's not a happy man. He needs his team to bounce back to winning ways. Same for Karim Zito, whose team also lost on the opening day. And the both teams need to get themselves back. But the question, though, is can they do it? Changes have been ranked by the two managers for this encounter here. And I'm sure they want to chase a win today in this encounter.
Of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, we see the likes of Aziz in post, and then of course Joseph Amwa, Zachary Fuseni replacing Henry Ansu, who has been dropped today. Samba O'Neal, captain of the side, also in there, and then we have Francis Aqua.
After this fufu and pepper soup, I go score goals like them the dash points.
Philip Amwa, Samuel Tenedu in midfield, and up front a totally different lineup from what we saw the last time. Johnson Owusu, Morifin Donzo, and then Inusa Adams making the front line. What is your impression of this attack?
I'm sure clearly the coach wants to see the other options he has on the bench, and those he can rely on as they get ready for the main season and also the African campaign. So an opportunity for the others who most of the times will be on the bench to also exhibit their skill set to convince the coach that they're also good enough to be part of this lineup or this team going forward. So changes from goalkeeping and even attack for the Warriors. But let's see what these new boys will bring to bear.
Right, if you care to know, the last time these teams met, well, it ended in a draw. And then I'll tell you a beautiful story that happened in the Galka Top 4 in 2005. But then for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're underway here at the University of Ghana Stadium. And Chelsea Freeman, the Liberian import, kicking us off, finding his captain, Ebenezer Annan, who finds Hennessy, who sends a long one in, and Kotoko would start play for us in midfield. So Kotoko would play from left to right for our folks on radio. And then, of course, Lions will play from our right to left, and Kotoko do have the ball in midfield. Here they come with the ball, and a chance for Kotoko to move for the ball. It's cleared in a no-nonsense style, and Kotoko regain possession again around the center circle. Now here is Captain Samba O'Neal in the center circle, and number 3 shirted Francis Aqua. Aqua's pass is a poor one and goes all the way to a mistake by Hennessy, but Captain Aman is there, ever assuring Captain Aman he'll be very, very key to this defense of Lions.
Absolutely, he has to be very impressive in a day, commanding his lines to ensure his defensive colleagues will stay resolute. The new Kotoko line left in the game today, so clearly that will depend on the new or the captain for the side, Aban, to ensure they can push men from the back and try and get a few efforts at the side of Kotoko.
We see Ishmael Ado also back in play for the Lions. A very, very young chap, brilliant boy. And now Chelsea Freeman wins ball. Telling you about Ishmael Ado, man.
It will be very, very crucial for Lions in this game. He missed the first game when they took on Hatfield just 2 days ago. He's very, very impressive. I watched him on Sunday in the Homo Cup against Hatfield, and he was impressive. I mean, so much in control of the midfield. A lot will depend on his performance today to ensure that Lions can have a good say in this game today.
Well, let's see how it happens for part of Lions. Bismarck would win a throw-in right in front of assistant coach Daniel Nieje, but his throw-in goes to Joseph Amwa, who sends a long one back to goalkeeper Lawrence Osei, who had some brilliant season this time for Bobo Boys of Pando, who are from the heart of the Volta region. And Paul Hennessy would survey his options and send a long one and straight to Zachariah, who would be hoping to get into the good books, but a shot from Pando out of Lions, and it goes way, way over the bar. And we see a different lineup from Coach Karim Zito, and there's a chance for this player to impress the coach.
Absolutely, and like you said, the midfield 2 days ago was a bit non-impressive. They were too lethargic for my liking, and the coach has run some changes. You have Tunedu coming in today to join the likes of Seth Kodo, who was in the first game, but he partnered against Hilary Adabo in the first game. Today, it is Tinedu and the others who are in there. Let's see how the combination of these guys in the midfield will produce some good football for the Warriors. Because for them, they are also going to Africa and you need to get the team set and ready for the African campaign next month.
Right, Echedugli wins a foul, and Echedugli, the young man, signed from Banana Inn as part of the justifier that happened some months ago. And when Kwando Heart of Lions, and there you see the man, Echedugli. So play resumes. Lawrence Osei, and sends a long one. Well, and he finds Zakaria. Now, Kotoko would have possession on the left side of attack, and a beautiful play from Kotoko. There is a chance for Aqua sends a crossing, but Aban is there again. Echedugli. And both teams are still warming up into the game. Paul Hennessy would clear his lines, finds Ishmaelado, and Ishmaelado still has the ball. Brilliant play from Ishmaelado. Express play to the left side. Now, here is Kwesi Pong. Kwesi Pong's intended pass is cut out, and the Kotoko lads would build a play from the back again. Samba O'Neal. And here is Kotoko. They lose possession. Kwesi Pong, and poor pass. Poor one. Paul Atta. Joseph Paul Atta had a chance to find a colleague, but he sent it to the defenseman of Kotoko, and Lions would have a chance to clear their lines. They do that beautifully. Still on the ball, Kwando Heart of Lions, who have won this Gauka Top 4 tournament 2 times. And I was telling you about the 2005 edition where this same teams met and a famous slang came out, Benghazi.
Absolutely. I recall then it was Jerry Asare, who was a member of the IMT back then for Kotoko. It was a game, like you said, in the top 4 between these two same sides.
Well, brilliant play from Johnson Owusu, and he's been brought down. What's referee saying? Referee says play should continue. And play does continue. Joseph Owusu starting today's game ahead of Albert Amoa and Opoku, sporting the 9 shirts. Joseph Owusu playing on the left side for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Here he is again. Joseph Owusu in space and drives a long one. Comfortable save for Lawrence Osei.
And that's Johnson Owusu. Very impressive opening encounter or chance for him. That run and the ball through the legs of not making the defense. He had of the ball by Aban. But that was a good move anyway for him to announce his presence in the game today for the Warriors. So great stuff from Johnson Owusu. Early days, but clearly serving the intentions he has for the game today for the Warriors.
Early days yet. And Echedugli finds Danso, so has ball in play and still on the line. He win foul, brilliant way to win a foul. Live here on the GH1 TV on Star FM, and it is the Gauka Top 4 match day 2. Kwando Heart of Lions taking on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Both teams lost their first game, and they would need 3 points dearly because, of course, if any of these teams should drop points here, I think it's not even good for any of the sides.
If it ends in a draw, then they would have to hope that the other game also ends in a draw. That's the only way out for them. But a sure 3 points is one of the teams here would need. And I'm sure for Kotoko folks who feel they are bigger, they would need to ensure they get their 3 points in the game today. But let's see if they can do it, or Hall of Lions have other ideas.
Bismarckini, Dogli finds Hennessy, and Hennessy back to Captain Aban. Aban, calm, cool, and composed, finds his partner, Paul Hennessy. And Hennessy to Danso. Long one to Freeman, my favorite player, Chelsea Freeman. And Lions building up play. They lose possession in midfield. Kotoko, brilliant work from, well, is that a foul? Yes, foul against Paul Bismarck in Marseille. Kotoko wrist play, and Samba O'Neal send another long one in trying to find Donzo, but he goes straight to goalkeeper Lawrence Osei in post for the Lions. He throws one down to Paul Hennessy, back to Lawrence Osei, and Osei sends a longer one. He finds Atta to Enim. Enim sends a crossing and tries to find Pong. Pong still has the ball. Pong finds Freeman, and Freeman very, very short. The new attacker from Liberia. Here is Atta. Atta still has the ball with his left foot, and he finds Bismarck Enim, and Enim miscontrols the ball. Out he goes for a throw-in.
Absolutely. 8 minutes of action done in the first half. And tell you what, both teams trying to size each other up to settle into the game, but none of them so far have settled in. It's been a ding-dong affair. We both trying to create an opening, but so far difficult for the two teams here in the game. Yet to settle, and so difficult for them to create openings here in the first 9 minutes of action in the first half.
Right play continues, and here is Francis Aqua. His pass finds the intended target, but out he goes. Philip Amwa sends the ball out for a throw-in for Gideon Danso, who quickly takes that throw-in. And Paul Hennessy back to Danso. Danso goes all the way back to Lawrence Osei. Well, in the last 10 games, ladies and gentlemen, Kumasi Asante Kotoko have won just 2, and Lions have beaten the Porcupine Warriors 5 times, and 3 of these meetings in their last 10 meetings have ended in draws. A chance and a feeble shot could have found Paul Atta, but for glory. And Obeng Jr., who scored this time in the Premier League.
Terrible option for Obeng Jr. to have picked. He had a gaping space there for Opong, who was clearly in space. Should have found him with a simple pass, and that would have clearly been a good chance for Opong to open the scoring here. Poor decision making on the part of Obeng Jr. For experience, he could have done much better with that opportunity for Heart of Lions.
Should have done much better. We saw that against Accra Folk. They had a lot of chances, and they failed to take their chances, and it went against them. And our ball goes out. Young chap that everyone has been talking about, and here is Freeman, the Liberian, throwing for Joseph Amwa with a bandage. Now Echedogli wins possession, and here is a chance for Lions. A shot comes in, goes across the goal of Aziz, and out of play goes. Another chance for Lions.
Decision making seems to be a big problem for Lions in the final third, because I mean, needs to communicate and take decisions very, very well in attacking areas for Lions. So far, they've had some good openings. They should at least have ensured that the goalkeeper for Kotoko, Dari Aziz, had to indeed put in some save. But so far, none coming in from him because both efforts were way off target.
Well, we hope we'll see some goals here, and then temporary hold our player down. Echedogli, the man with the Pelani-like hair, a lot of hair from this young chap. But then, of course, he has come into this side and shown that he can be that midfielder that can give Lions maybe the title next season.
Absolutely, and unfortunately he's down. Let's hope he recovers and to continue the game. But a 12 minutes of action done. Looks as though Lions are settling in gradually into the game, are beginning to open up the Kotoko defense, creating some chances, and so far for me, they look more settled in the opening 12 minutes of action done here so far. So Kotoko needs to find a way to get themselves back in the game because Lions are settling in and are beginning to open them up at the back. Possibly, you never know. They could be getting a goal so early.
The man on the touchline for Lions, a former Kotoko player, Daniel Nieje, assistant coach for Kpando Heart of Lions, who have a free kick, and Ebenezer Ban sends one in, and Kusipong loses the ball. Now, here is Inim. Can he send a crossing? And, well, he finds a pass to Atta. And the ball is out of play. Kusipong sends it out of play, throwing for Bismarck Inim on the left side of attack for Kwandu Hearts of Lions. He's in conversation with Chedogli and decides that he'll go in for a long one. And he does send a long one in. Has to go up. Ishmael Ado, due diligence in midfield. He finds NSA, who finds Aban. Aban finds Inim. And the Kwandu Hearts of Lions will come forward again. Paul Atta J in his sparkling 7 shirts. Atta is brought down. Referee says it's a foul. Samba O'Neal cannot believe it, and Paul Atta wins another foul. Saw him, he had the ball. He weighed his options. He kept to the ball, and Samba O'Neal brought him down, and he's won a foul for the Akpini boys. So 13 minutes of play live on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM. The 2025 Ghana League Clubs Association Top 4 Tournament. Ibiani Gold Stars, Kwandu Hearts of Lions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Accra Folk in this year's edition. We're here at the University of Ghana Stadium. And a free kick. It comes in from him. It's cleared out for Aban to NSA, who clears his lines, and Kotoko win the ball in midfield. Kotoko, what can they do with the ball? And finds the left foot of Inusa Adams. Adams back to Amwa. Amwa, brilliant play from Amwa. Adams. And Chedogli would follow Adams and consider throwing. Throwing is quickly taken. Set and Chedogli. Interception from Eche. And Ishmael Ado has the ball, surveys his options. Well, still weighing his options. He finds Inim in his 14 shirt. And Atta, brilliant play from the Lions, but out he goes for a throw-in. The final pass, trying to find Atta. Wins a throw-in for Joseph Amwa. And referee says Joseph would have to retake the throw-in. And so throw is taken, and that is set Kojo, and he finds Captain Samba O'Neal. Zakaria would go back, but trust me. He's done so on the right side. And Danso still has the ball. He wins the free kick. Johnson Owusu stops the player. And so it's a foul against Kotoko. Paul Hennessy. Hennessy back to Danso. He receives the back. Hennessy. 1-2, brilliant 1-2 from Hennessy. And Danso. And finally, ball finds captain Aban, who finds Inim. Inim sends another one in. And Freeman is a hard worker, Benghazi. He's shown that, of course, in the first game, Freeman Chauncey, the 22-shirted player for Lions. There you see the man who's shown that when it comes to hard work, he'll be there. And this time around, the striker decides to take a long throw in. Of right into the arms of goalkeeper Aziz.
Not enough behind that header and then in the box to try and get an opening goal for Lions, but that, like I said, no power really in that header from Eche Dogli.
Now, there is a chance for Bing Jr. He finds Atta. Atta sends, is that across a shot? And now the goal is Ben.
Decision making always a problem for the Lions team. I'm not too sure if that was a shot on target or a cross. They need to be concise with the decision making, on the field of play. If you put cross, let it be a cross towards a colleague of yours. Don't just put the ball in, hoping that it ends on someone's head. That was a poor decision making on the part of Atta,
yeah.
on that occasion for Lions.
We saw some, decisions that he made against Accra Folk Not too impressive at all.
It's been the biggest problem for Lions in this competition. Decision making, especially in the final third. They need to be sure of what it is they are doing. If you get in there and you have players in good position, tee them up. A pass across in the box is better. But they seem always want to get the ball in when they're trying to shoot at target, try and get a goal. But then they get it all wrong. So they need to be very concise with what they want to do when they get to the box. Those fine details is what is missing from the game of Lions. And I'm sure Coach Patrick Ford and EAJ will have to now really work on that to ensure they can get that right, in the remaining picture of the minutes of the game.
If Chauncey Freeman is the man to unlock the defense or the attack of the Heart of Lions, Kotoko build a play from the back once again, and Samba O'Neal, Captain Fantastic Samba O'Neal finds goalkeeper Aziz. This time, not in an own goal-like fashion, and Aziz would balloon the ball into the skies. Aban will come out, clear his lines, but Kotoko would have the ball again. Johnson now moves to the right side. Amwa sends a crossing, trying to find Johnson again. Aban is there and allow the ball to roll out for a goal kick for Kwando Heart of Lions. We are yet to see Kotoko in this game.
They really are yet to settle into this game. They are struggling, and you can see that from the coaches, what they are seeing so far. They are struggling to put passes together. I'm sure the reason clearly is that most of these new boys in the team haven't played among themselves for that long. So it's difficult reading the movements of each one and getting the passes in. It's been difficult for them so far. It's been Lions who have been in fair control of the game as of now, but Kotoko needs to step a bit on the gas and get themselves back into the game.
Kotoko would obviously need to up their game this afternoon if they want to keep hopes alive in the Galka Top 4 tournament, and they do have the ball for now. And the ball to the left side, Francis Aqua. Francis, brilliant play. He takes on two players and is a final touch, finds Eche Dogli. And Eche is, chest pass, found Atta, and Atta was brought down. Paul Atta, brought down by Joseph Amwa, right around the center circle. Olata would be looking, Atta Eje will be looking to impress Coach Hayford after pulling against King and Ishmelado finds Captain Danso and Hennessy safety first, balloons the ball into the stands. A throw in for Francis Aqua. Aqua finds a man in midfield. And the Lions would come forward. They still have possession. Kwando Heart of Lions. Now, here is Francis. And he allows ball to go out of play for a throw-in. And a throw-in for the Porcupine Warriors, who are FA Cup winners. And of course, you see some of the players and of the Porcupine Warriors in the stands. Obviously, probably out injured.
Some have been given time to rest, so I'm sure in the third game, perhaps we're going to see a lot more of them also come back in the game. Even for this current setup, who are playing to the likes of Opoku and the others are not even on the bench. They've been given time to also rest. He has a bit of a knock as well. So it's a rotation sort of a thing being done by the coaches for Kotoko, and it's the reason why you can see some of them.
You see Opoku in there.
In the stands watching on. Some of them have got knocks. Some also being given time to rest and recover for the next or final game in the top 4.
Aqua seeing a cross and a chance, a shot, and it's cleared by Bismarckini. Now, Chauncey Freeman is fouled. Chauncey Freeman, a Liberian, who reminds me of Junior Gogo. But this time, he might be the shorter Junior Gogo.
I guess it's because of the clean shave.
Obviously. 22 minutes of play done live here on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM. And it is the Galka Top 4 tournament. And look at some discussions and arguments going on among the fans here at the University of Ghana Stadium. A free kick comes in from Aban. Aban finds, another captain, Samba O'Neal, who allows ball to roll out for another goal kick for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And a good chance for goalkeeper Aziz, who is in today for Kamara to impress the Kotoko folks.
Absolutely, and so far he's not been called to duty yet. He's been, very, very busy, if I can put it that way, because no real effort has really gone on him for him to pull any save. So far, less busy for him. But let's see if he can step up and show why he's been brought in ahead of Mohamed Kamara.
Best, I think Lawrence has been on vacation in the Volta region. Now play continues. Paul Hennessy, and that's send another long one in, and he finds 8 intended targets. And Kwisipon loses the ball. Brilliant play in midfield, and the man is brought down. And is that Inusa? Yes, Inusa Adams brought down. Samuel Tenedu, I must say. So Samuel Tenedu brought down, and the play continues. Here is Aqua, Francis Aqua. Still has the ball, Francis, and Francis sends across the scene. He finds Paul Hennessy, and Kojo sets Kojo in midfield in his 20 shirt, and who also finds back to set Kojo. Bet sends a left-footed pass, and he finds the head of Danso, who clears his lines. Ball is back to Danso. Danso, second clearance is received by Aqua. Aqua sends in a pass or a shot, and Aban is there again. Ebenezer Aban. Now, Asante Kotoko in the half of Pandu Hearts of Lions. Kumasi Asante Kotoko putting their passes together. Is that a foul? Yes, it's a foul. Set. Well, Joseph Anwa wins a foul against Chauncey Freeman. Kotoko finally finding some passes together.
Absolutely, trying to build from the back and also in the middle there. They need to do that a lot more, get themselves so much involved in the game and try and create at least a chance or two and attempt at goal. So because so far, 25 minutes, and like you said, Lawrence Osei has been virtually on holiday.
He runs menacingly, and the ball Set Abletor has flagged Paul Atta offside, and it was a brilliant work from the Lions. And of course, well, the ball was in the net, but the referees do have the final say to offside against Asante Kotoko. Now throwing. Look at Coach Ania J, very, very animated in front of us right here in commentary position. And Echedogli goes up into the skies. He fouls his marker, and the man is down in pain. In his 26 shirt, Samuel Tenedu clutching his thighs and asking for the medical team who ran onto the pitch. 26 minutes of play done. Temporary hold up here at the University of Ghana Stadium. It is the 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Match day 2, and it's been interesting so far as things stand.
And there you have Kwame Banuako in the stands. He's a former member of Kotoko.
Well, some of these people can afford, and of course, the Lion, Patel Dauda,
and Eric Donko, former captain of Kotoko as well, all in the stands watching on.
Yeah. So, goalkeeper Kamara there, and then of course, Opoku as well. So the boys are here supporting the team, and you can also see the men on the bench for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A play resumes and a throw in for the Porcupine Warriors. Francis Aqua in his 3-shirt to pick up the ball right on the left side of attack for Warriors. Ball is cleared out by Obeng Jr. and Danso would complete the clearance. Well, win a foul. Kwesi Pong in his 28th set wins a foul, and Danso would leave the ball for, I believe, Paul Hennessy, who has been on that right side of the defense. And Aban would instruct Hennessy, let's go long and avoid some mistakes. And ball is sent into the skies. Chauncey Freeman, always eager for the ball, but his height not helping him at all.
And he also has got to contend with a very strong in the air, Samba O'Neill. He's almost always first in the air whenever the ball goes in there. So you can imagine the height differential and he challenging Samba O'Neill for an aerial or duel.
Now play does continue. And Philip Amwa loses the ball. Echedogli to Kwesi Pong. And a pass to Paulata. Paulata does get to the ball. Paul. And he has Amwa to contend with. And Amwa would submit himself to a corner kick. 28 minutes of play down, approaching the 29th-minute mark. The Lions have a corner kick on the left side of attack. And a goalkeeper, Aziz, will position his men in the box. He's showing instructions. Goalkeeper Aziz. Well, Danso, who has been on set piece duties for Pando Heart of Lions, would pick up the ball and also issue instructions. And, well, puts two hands up and sends a crossing, a chance for them again, and nearly a no-go.
A bit of a panic situation in the box for Kotoko. They need to be calm. They really have struggled in the first 30 minutes of action here. It's been all Lions who really have had a large chunk of possession and, of course, creating chances as well in this particular game.
Now, Danso sends another corner in, a chance, and goalkeeper Aziz places his lines, and Philip Palmer will complete the clearance, and the ball is finally ballooned out of the danger area. And now we can see Inusa Adams, he finds Joseph Amwa that sent a long one trying to find Johnson Owusu, and Owusu, well, it's found, but it's a touch, it's poor, he can't control the ball, out it goes for a throw-in.
It's not looking too pretty for the Warriors in this game. They really have struggled to possess, pass among themselves. It's difficult seeing, a clear pattern of play to Team Kotoko today.
A chance, and Paulata delays the kick, and smiling Paulata J, another chance for the Lions to, well, put some smiles on the faces of the Pando team, the Pando lads. And Inusa thought he won a throw, but you can see Echedogli screaming, and the referee says, I saw it. Fourth official was right there, Gideon Nikofi, and so Bismarck Enim will take that throw in. And this time trying to find Freeman again. Well, he loses the ball, but Enim would also lose the ball. And they come forward, the Porcupine Warriors. Adams. He has two men to contend with. Brilliant play from Adams, but Eche is too strong. But Kotoko do have the ball. Amwa sensing across and whistling the box. Johnson in his 9 shirt. Kotoko, a chance to shoot, a brilliant block. And the referee spots a foul against Johnson.
A brilliant effort and a wonderful block on a defensive shield from the Lions defenders. Etas clearly Hennessy, who blocked that shot from Johnson. But the cross was very brilliant, picking up Johnson at the far post. But a shot, plenty blocked there by Hennessy.
Paul Hennessy
for Heart of Lions.
Now Lawrence Osei, and who I told you has been on holiday vacation. Now, because the Porcupine Warriors can strike anytime they want to. And Obeng Jr. still has the ball. He finds Eche Dogli to Enim. And Enim's pass is cut out by Amwa. And Seth Kojo finds Zakaria to Amwa. Kotoko, they win. Is that foul? Yes. Ref says it's a foul against Huffman. throwing. Well, it's a throwing though, quickly taken. And a Paul Ata Ej finds Freeman, and Freeman's pass is a poor one. Zakaria is there, and a bit scrappy throwing again for Joseph Amwa. Amwa does find Samba O'Neal, I must say, and Samba O'Neal's pass is not a heavy one. And Samba O'Neal clears lines. Inim is there for Kwando out of Lions. Paul Ataiji is brought down. Joseph Amma points to the ball, but referee says, come on, I saw everything, it's a foul. And so 33 minutes of play done. Kwando Hearts of Lions, the boys from the Volta region against the Porcupine Warriors of the Ashanti Kingdom. We've done 33 minutes of play, and Lions 0, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0. Here at the University of Ghana Stadium, of course, we're live on Star 103.5 FM on radio, and our athletes across the nation on the EIB network. So you might be listening to us on radio in Takrady, but for now, Lions come forward the ball across, and what is it? What is it? Says it's a corner kick instead.
Well, they were looking for a penalty on that occasion, but like I said, the decision making on the part, there should have been a simple cross across because Chauncey was
right
free
there
in the box, but he pushed the ball right into the Kotoko defender and only out for a corner kick.
Well, Kwando out of Lions have a corner kick, and Aziz again commanding the defense. A lot of business, a lot of market in his box. He needs order, waiting for. And ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ataije has broken the deadlock. Paul Ataije, and look at Lawrence Osei. Paul Ataije has finally, after numerous chances falling to him, he's done it for the Bobo boys at Minimate Uncle, GA1, that is what they call themselves. And look at the smiles. The ball well, he mishandled it. Atta was there, pounced on it, hit it with his left foot. Kwando out of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
Deserving lead there for the Kwando last. They have been in control of the game for all 35 minutes of the first half, and clearly deserving lead, but clearly, terrible goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari. If you are coming out of your goal area to point or even save, if you are saving it, be sure you are saving it and saving it very, very well. If you want to punch, you punch it some power. You don't do what you did. I mean, clearly flipping just on the ball and then dropping in his own box for the attacker to finish a very poor goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari on the location. But hey, great goal for Kwando Lions because they've been in control of the game so far. A deserving goal, a deserving lead for the boys from Kwando.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, well, here's the breaking news. They are down by a goal to nothing. Goalkeeper Aziz rose up to that cross from Bismarck Enim. They wanted a penalty. Benghazi football has its own ways.
Absolutely.
Kwando out of Lions wanted a penalty. They got a corner kick, and out of that kick, they got a goal. Well, Kotoko would have, ladies and gentlemen, and Francis Aqua in his 3 shirts would pick up the ball. It's time for Lawrence Osei to be back from vacation because there's some business to attend to in his box, and I can count close to 5 Kotoko players in the box. He comes in and finds ahead of 14 shirted.
That's Morifin Donzo with that connection.
Donzo's header.
Poor connection from Donzo because the ball came directly at him. He could have gotten a bit more direction and accuracy headed and just turn it over the upright. Poor connection from Donzo on that occasion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you another story. A Kwando out of Lions, after they returned one league in 2023, against Kotoko, in their last 4 games, Kotoko failed to beat the Lions. Here they come again, and this time the final pass is cut out. But then Kotoko found it very difficult to beat Bando Heart of Lions in the meet bed.
I don't know what it is, but that's the story out there. They really struggle against them. Like you said, since they returned to the Premier League, I recall their first game was in Kumasi, Babayara Stadium. In fact, they could have easily won that game, but for the disallowed goal, they scored. So the game ended 0-0. Then in Kwando, they got the better of Kotoko by 1-0. Last season as well, it was similar. I mean, they again won in Kwando, and they won in...
There was a draw in Kwando.
Because we're in Obuasi. So it's been dominant on the part of Lions over Kotoko. I don't know what it is and how they do it, but I guess it might continue with how things are going, because 38 minutes played, it's been mainly Lions who have been in control of this and reflected with the scoreline we have at the moment.
Well, football would always give you a chance to make amends, to put smiles on the faces of your teaming fans, and so it is not over yet for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who have sent a crossing, a chance, and Bismarck Inim is there to clear his lines, and the young man who's brilliant cross. Well, now a chance for Kotoko. It comes in and out it goes.
A very poor one from Paul Amwa. I don't know what it is. Joseph Amwa. Is he a left footer or right footer? He seems to love to play with his left foot, even though he's a right back and clearly plays with the right. He loves to play a lot more with his left, and that cross came from his left foot, and it was just terrible across from him.
39 minutes of play done. We're live on Star 103.5 FM on GH1 TV, and also on Ultimate FM in Kumasi, and of course, in Takrady, we're live on Empire FM. Far away, you might be listening to us. Yes, we're live in Zabila. So, throwing for the Porcupine Warriors, who would want to get an equalizer before halftime. They have about 5 minutes and additional time to do that, and the throw is quickly taken. Ball in midfield, Samuel Tenedu's pass goes all the way to Seth Kojo, who finds Zakaria. Crossfield pass is curtailed, and the ball finds, Seth Kojo again, who goes all the way back to Samba O'Neal. O'Neal finds Zakaria. Zakaria clears the ball one time, and Lions win the ball in midfield. Brilliant play from Ishmael, but intended pass is cut out. And Kotoko all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here is a chance for Chauncey Freeman. And Freeman. Oh, goal line clearance from Samba O'Neal. Chauncey Freeman, the hard-working Liberian import for Bando Heart of Lions, nearly made matters worse for the Porcupine Warriors. Brilliant play. And what a pass from Obeng Jr. Chauncey Freeman, he got the ball, he took it away from the goalkeeper, he kicked it with his left foot, but Samba O'Neal was there to clear his lines.
Brilliant play from Lions. That through pass from Obeng Jr. was exquisite. The run from Chauncey, and of course, catching the ball from the goalkeeper.
Kudos. Remember what I told you. Whenever you face a challenge, never chicken out.
Just eat the chicken.
Clear lines for Kotoko. Kotoko are living dangerously in this game.
Kotoko have 6 Lions players in the box for this, ladies and gentlemen. Danso would have it. He says another line, a chance for Lions, and this time it is cleared out. Somebody do clears his lines and stop ball in play, but the Lions will regain possession. Oh, brilliant play from Ishmael Adu, the player who managed under 20 team, the black and doing so well. I mean, he had a brilliant season, and
he's one to watch for the future. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's so cool, knows what he's about and knows what to do with the ball whenever the ball gets in. No pressure whatsoever. Brilliant player by all standards, and I'm happy handlers and that team have noticed him and are picking him up and are working on him. Ado Ishmael is one prospect, huge one for the future.
Well, Samuel Tenedu wins a foul in midfield. 42 minutes of play done, and the free kick is quickly taken. It has to go up, and good understanding between goalkeeper Lawrence Osei and captain Ebenezer Aban. And Lawrence Osei would relish to keep a clean sheet against this Kotoko team. Now his ball finds Obeng Jr., whose pass found Kwisipong, and he won a free kick and right in front of referee Reginald Collins. And now Aziz would have another meeting, another business to attend to, ladies and gentlemen. And this time around, Ishmael Ado behind the ball. He finds Eche Dogli, Eche to the strong man, Obeng Jr. Enim on the left side, cross comes in, and the header is poor, but the ball is recycled. Ishmael Ado, a shot, it comes in, and brilliant save. Brilliant save that would end the applause of the fans here. Even the men on bench would put hands together for goalkeeper Aziz, but it was brilliantly by the of Lions. Ishmael Ado, he had some space, he took it, it was going to the net. Benghazi.
Absolutely brilliant shot there from Ishmael Ado. Spoke about him moments ago. The pass from Yaudansu was brilliant, and then look at that, he picked a spot for that shot. Ooh, it was sailing in, but an equally brilliant save on the part of Aziz Diary to save it from getting in there. But brilliant game by all standards from Heart of Lions in the afternoon's encounter.
Well, a quick substitution, and we see the introduction of one of the new boys. We'll tell you about soon. But then a corner kick again, it comes in, and so Seth Kojo is in, and of course we see he's actually out. Seth Kojo is out, and Jehu is in. So Jehu in for Seth Kojo, the midfielder. Now there is a chance for Lions and a foul against Lions in the box. So free kick, and now Kotoko and their fans can heave some sigh of relief.
So much on this stage, but a good exercise for them as well as they get ready for the African campaign. They will know their true level as we speak, and we're able to work on the team, because you can't get this in any friendly game. This is what they need to ensure they can test the players and see how good for Africa. And so far, clearly, I'm sure the coaches have a good idea of what they must do, because it's been that bad for them in the first half. It's all been Lions in the first 45 minutes.
Well, Lions, and here is Donzo. Well, a chance for them to come forward, and the pass is curtailed. Now, is that Albert Tamwa? So Albert Tamwa has been introduced, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing 3 minutes of additional time, and it tells you the intentions of coach.
Karim Zito clearly needs to get his team back in there. So he's brought on two players. Because Albert Tamwa has come on together with Jehu. These guys have brought some experience, and I'm sure he needs to get them to get going straight away from the onset. But clearly, difficult battle they have on their hands.
Difficult battle, and a free kick is a poor one. But Samba couldn't keep that ball in play, so it will go for a throw-in on the right side for the Akpini boys, J1U, the Bobo boys. Trust me, if you come to Pando, you would enjoy some good Bobo. But for now, Danso will take a throw-in, and the throw-in is headed. Now, a chance for Freeman. Freeman, can he move forward the ball? Freeman surveys his options, and a pass would find a Kotoko play, and I think that now go to the right side. Here is Albert Amwa. Albert Amwa introduced by coach. Cross comes in the header, and brilliant save. What a save from goalkeeper Lawrence Osei. Make sure that the Lions, a chance for Kotoko again, but this time Hennessy would balloon the ball into the skies and clearance. That is a good impact from Benghazi.
Absolutely good impact there from Albert Tamwa. Look at it again. The cross was precise onto the head of Donzo, and the connection was brilliant, but an equally brilliant save there on the part of goalkeeper Lawrence Eje. So Albert Amwasa with Henry Jau are the guys who have come on and they are bringing some energy already into the Kotoko attack.
Right now, ball to the right side. Here is Freeman, Chauncey Freeman. He would send a cross in and he comes in. Atta wants to take it one time, but how it goes. He could have controlled the ball there, man.
Absolutely. He should have gone in for a control than to try and go in for a one-time effort or shot. Poor decision making again from Atta on that occasion.
Well, he's a goal getter. He got the goal in this encounter for Pando Heart of Lions. He's lost the ball though, and Albert Tama with the ball being policed by Bismarck Enim. Albert Tama will come off and he sends in a cross, but Ebenezer Aban, Captain Fantastic, is there. He cleanses lines. Ishmael Ado. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are done for the first half. The second day of the Galka Top 4, the first match between Pando Heart of Lions and Kumasi Asante Kotoko has come to an end. Goal scored by Paul IJ, Brit corner kick, marking
They've had more control. They've clearly showed a lot more exhibition on their partners compared to Kotoko, who have struggled really in the first 45 and settle into the game. They seem to have picked up the pieces a bit with 43 minutes of action than when Amwa, Albert together with Henry Jau came on. They seem to have brought some energy into that Kotoko attack, but that was a bit too late to get them into the game. But brilliant first 45 minutes for Lions, deservedly as well. They're up by a goal to 0.
Right, so we'll be back after recess. It's live on GH1 TV on Star FM. Pando Heart of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
Oh, it's all, first half shared there. You see the score line. It's Pando Heart of Lions. It tells you how the lion seems to be indeed wounded, and they came all out there. They're not playing anyway in their den all the way in Pando. This time around, it's here in Accra, and then they've made sure that they are already trailing by a lone goal there. So that is the story of the first half. What is it going to be like in the second half? So I've got another legend joining us in the studio. I did tell you he was going to join us pretty soon. In his days, he captained Accra Hearts of Oak, and he won several laurels with Accra Hearts of Oak. Even the Cup Champions League, he won so many things with Accra Hearts of Oak. Joining us currently in the studio, we have Amankwa Mreku, great legend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for honoring the invitation. At a point, we were cracking a joke and we were like, okay, if you also don't make it this time around, House of Oak will lose. Because House of Oak lost when Dombote did not show up, but Eric did.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, you watched the first half.
Yeah.
For you, what's been your impression so far with the top 4 and how the teams are faring?
Yeah, thank you. I think you were saying that the lion is wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And what I can tell you is that the oak tree fell on him. So for me, I think they are very much wounded. And so coming to this game, they will come as wounded lions. And for me, I'm not surprised for them having the opener. If you could watch from the onset of the game, they have been pressurizing. They have that pressing attitude, playing to the box of the Kotoko defense. And so having the first goal, I think they deserve it. Looking at the offensive play that they having, tells you that they might get something, they might get a result. And for me, I'm not surprised.
But Eric, are you impressed so far with the way Kotoko is playing, or is it because it's a new set of players we're seeing? That's why then, as you rightly said, they will tell you they're not gelling yet. So what are we waiting for?
Joe, before the game, I think we did hit on this issues that bringing new players, the 11 players sets which are new, playing against a team which have already played before, gelled, and then even the ball retention issues that we were discussing, that when House of Lions loses even the ball, see their recovery rate, how they come for the ball again and then they go on the... If not because of the backline of the Krobia team, and then also the Hearts of Lions attacking machine, after they've won the ball in the attacking third, instead of them to stay resolute, focused, composure, then they are in a haste. Even during these dying members of the game, the one who scored the goal, he got another one.
Yeah, attack got
which he could have gotten the composure to control the ball.
That's true.
And then pass the ball into the net. But I wonder how players are thinking now, especially the strikers. When they get even into the 16, they want to shoot. Now you just pass the ball into the net. We don't shoot anymore. You pass the ball. When it's from far, you can trigger it from far. But when you're in the 18, you need that composure. And you need to have this mindset that when you get into the 18, you are a king. Your own is to just shield the ball. Any contact is a penalty. Is the shield. So if he touches it and I thought the referee knows that is a penalty or is an infringement or something. And I think Ado have been the problem for the Kotoko team now. He's a handful of problem for Kotoko because his ball retention, he is dictating the pace of the game as we speak now. And you can see that whenever the Lions team lose the ball up front, they all come behind the ball again.
That's true. To
reinforce and then go again. So you see, 2 changes have been done during the first half.
Yeah.
Amwa is in. Yeah. And then the left, who is playing the right back now? I don't know how long he's played there. Because it takes somebody who have played for so long. I mean, he's very comfortable with that position before you can play over there. Because you see, even in his crosses, it's going one way. And when he wants to pass through the line too, he has to force the leg and then play on the line, which is not as comfortable. But I don't know the system that the coach wants to play and the mechanism that he wants to deploy. But with me, sitting from afar, I think the midfield is collapsed for Krobia. So it's giving the Kotoko defense a whole lot of work. Instead of them to soak the pressure, now they are clearing. So as you can see, there's no any attacking link play with the striker. So they will blame, the striker, he cannot play. But is he being fed and is squandering chances? How many passes have they been able to locate him? So, I mean, it's a very big issue. But Kotoko is not in the party. Lions have shown that we have come to the party with our cakes, our drinks, and everything.
But do you foresee Karim Zito maybe effecting some important changes because probably he wants to appease the fans? Amankwa, do you see that?
Yeah, I think Zito has realized that he needs to effect changes.
Of course, yeah.
The earlier the better.
Yeah.
Because looking at the goalkeeper, looking at the midfield, you know, like Eric was saying that. Ishmael, looking at his composure, how he's distributing the balls to his offensive guys, tells you, yes, they mean business. That's what I'm saying. So he's captured the whole midfield. That's what I'm saying.
And he's too small. It's
not the size of the player. It's about the mindset.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it reminds us of Ismailado, right?
Exactly.
Ismailado scoring goals, but this one is in the midfield.
No, he reminds me of him.
Exactly.
Because he was very small.
Exactly.
You see. So what I'm trying to say is that, like he's saying, this guy playing at the Kotoko right back, I don't understand why Zito should do that. I don't know whether it's an implementation or I don't know what he's trying to bring on board. Because he normally left-footers, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to play at the right, it's very difficult. But me, though I play at the right, in a lateral right, when you put me at the left, I enjoy the game more.
Wow.
You know why? Because I'm playing inside.
Okay.
I don't know whether you're getting me. When I'm playing at the left side, because I'm a right footer, I play inside. And therefore I have a bigger space to cover. But then when I'm playing on the line, you are limited.
That's true.
Because I'm not a left footer, therefore I will not bring the ball to my left.
Yeah.
And now he's struggling to play with
exactly. So now he because instead of maybe having a pass on the line, he has to
readjust.
I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to adjust things. You know what I'm saying? He needs to adjust things. And so for me, yes, maybe there might be one or two changes that can let the top performance rise. And so for me, he should do that as urgent as possible.
But Joe, one thing you have to also understand, senior, is when you look at the stance, most of his key players are in the stance. You can talk about Kwame Poku; they are all up there.
Maybe
so which people are on the bench?
And maybe he's keeping them for out of focus.
It could be,
maybe. But before you get
danger, the point is
you
exactly.
already destroy things on the way.
Because
if you lose this game,
it's amassing points, and the moment you lose points here, it doesn't look good for you. Because I mean, you got
the first match, losing the second match. I mean, even the feel of the supporters.
Sure.
You know, are you thinking about the supporters?
Yeah.
Because it's not about performance. It's not about I'm having a trial of a player.
That's true.
But it's about the heart of the supporters. So for me, that is very, very crucial and important. Now you always think about supporters. Though you have your plans, but then when you are planning, you have to include the supporters as well.
Yeah, because they play a key role.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
I mean, coming to, so let's look at the goal again and how it all came about. So from that set piece, from that corner, and I asked myself, really, how did we come about set pieces?
It was
lately
it was avoidable.
Yeah.
Because you should have punched. Because over there you cannot cut.
That's true.
One, you don't have the height. So how do you go? But he went for a grab.
Just that he couldn't get it well.
He went for a grab.
So I mean, and also I think we need to give credit to the attack for scoring that goal, because if it was any other person,
from the angle
that was the composure.
I mean, from the angle,
from the angle that he scored from.
So let's take our time and see.
So was it going to?
He went for a grab.
Or he wanted to parry?
He went for a grab.
So you see,
he went for a grab.
So he was actually going for a grab.
A grab.
And I mean, looking at your height, would you advise that? Because if it was Kamara, we know his height, and I mean, it was.
You see now.
Because
for a grab.
If
you should have fixed.
paddling back.
You should have fixed or paddling back like the way you are saying.
But the danger in even paddling back is you don't know who is there.
Who is there?
This was
But the paddling back was better.
And it should depend on the effectiveness of your exactly. Because if you should have paddled a bit harder, that would have be behind.
You have height problem.
Behind. That's what I'm saying.
So for a grab, it will not be possible.
Yeah.
So you should have known all these calculations before he goes for.
And I think we also have to commend the the left back. The left back.
No, it was a great composure.
Who kicked the corner. Yeah, he had a great,
very great.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we also have to.
And it's a teasing one.
Very teasing.
Very teasing. So you see, he went for grab with 2 hands.
And then I'm surprised at the number 2,
the
the guy standing in the post, the Kotoko player standing in the post. How he couldn't stop the ball from entering. Because he's right there. He was right there. That's what I'm saying. He was right there. So I don't understand why he couldn't head the ball out. I was very surprised. I don't know. That is concentration.
I think
that's concentration for you.
And after the goal, the keeper has been phenomenal. We need to also acknowledge that part.
But Eric, after committing a blunder, and then you coming back, what does it change the result?
No. It has changed the narrative because.
It's not about the results.
Ado's ball should have been a goal.
Yeah, should have been a goal.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, Eric, but there's still what you committed.
Whether it would have changed.
Exactly. It doesn't change anything. So that means your effectiveness when it comes to concentration, 90 minutes.
Your man, he dodged the ball. See, the one in the pool, he dodged the ball.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised. And he couldn't head this ball.
He dodged the ball.
I mean, he wanted to be on the safer side. You never know.
I'm surprised he couldn't. And even the focus on the player is even wrong.
That's it.
The focus on the player having the ball is even wrong.
That's true.
He had it wrong.
So nobody was there to even foul the player.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of.
Apart from that, he should have attacked.
No,
exactly. To make sure.
Exactly.
But let's get this clear. The guy did not control the ball, whereby the defender can come.
Oh, okay.
He did it once. You understand? So that is the composure I'm talking about.
Okay, for the goal scorer.
Yeah,
sure.
for the left-footed attacker.
And I think it fell on his I mean
his favorite
foot.
Yeah.
And it fell on his favorite foot. It was like a gift. And then he put the ball, so he played it with the inside of his foot.
And you know what? The keeper's grab pushing the ball for him.
Yeah.
To get the right
But
passing
at
into
the
the
same time,
net.
we can also say it was, the Kotoko player. Oh no, sorry, the Lions player, a little bit interfered with his grabbing.
Which if there's a VAR, maybe it might
exactly.
be
They would
a
have
foul.
They would have called it a foul.
Because he tagged the ball. He did tag the ball.
That's true. Anyway, so I mean that's the goal there for Heart of Lions, getting them that one. Atta getting this goal, and he played it with the inside of his foot.
Yes.
So
that is
what I'm saying. That technique, pass the ball into
that's the right
the
technique.
Yeah,
he did the right technique.
Yeah, you just pass the ball.
And that's doing the right technique at the right time.
Sure,
make it skill.
Yeah.
So it's a very good skill.
Wow. So doing the right technique at the right time makes it a skill. You heard it from the legends. I mean, when legends like this are saying certain things, you need to quote it and quote it well. So doing the right technique at the right time makes it a skill. You won't get this anywhere. There's no classroom. This football we are talking, and you should put this somewhere. Anyway, so let's also look at this chance by Ado. He's taking the midfield by surprise, and he's doing so much. And this particular chance could have gotten them the second goal. Yeah. But we need to give credit to the goalkeeper, as Eric was saying. Sure. Parrying that ball away was a great strike and was a great save also. We'll be looking at that one as well. But for your information, it's 1-0 currently at the University of Ghana Stadium. It's match number 3, match day 2 here. These teams don't have a point, but the way it's looking, it's Heart of Lions who now have 3 points until the game is over. We can't say they have all 3 points.
They'll still have it. They'll still have it.
Okay, so that's from Amakwame Crew. He will be asking us whether indeed we call it against. Because Heart of Folk.
Oh, but you see, Joel, you should have asked me, Amapa, why were you late?
Yeah.
It's very important. You see,
yes,
you know this way. You see, I have to go and consult the spiritual matter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you consulted your own? This is o'clock.
No, but I have to combine. It's a whole package. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole package.
So the fact is, you put need to edge out Kotoko. Your own is to make sure that Kotoko is clearly out of
it. So he went. So now we want them to be wounded before we get them. You know what I'm saying? So that we just crash them and then we finish them. So the last match, which is going on Sunday, boss, Joel, because the supporters are wild.
Wow.
Our supporters are wild. Because looking at the President Cup, and for some time now, Kotoko is beating it back to back.
Wow.
And therefore we need to, stop that kind of consistency.
Sure.
Of Kotoko, in this top. We are coming out strongly, and so they should be mindful.
and looking at where, as my senior man is looking at where Kotoko is coming from, it buys too much pressure to them.
Yeah, it does.
Because for you to be able to go and then beat the South Africans, which their league is being rated so high.
Exactly.
And then you come here and then you are messing things up. Though it's a preparatory grounds, but the fans don't know that one. They only know that this is Asante Kotoko and Kotoko deserve better.
All right, so let's join the second half feed now. It's 1-0 currently. Kumasi Asante Kotoko trailing by a long goal there against Heart of Lions. Let's enjoy the second half action. When we come back. Okay, so we need to take this up now and look at, watch the game and run a few commentary on it as well. So I think it's a corner kick in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I think
now they are trying to also use the pressing, the Gengen pressing type,
And so a cross and in swinger, well, heads go up. Who is there? So nobody in particular. Kotoko, Lions clearing their mark, and then is this an offside? Obviously, an offside call. A quick one there by the assistant referee, and then the recovery, as we're all talking about. Very, very, very bad there for Kumasi.
If there's a good feeding from the attacking midfielders of Kotoko, it will be easy for them to break the back line off. Because check them, they have always been standing on a flat line. Look at the 4 and 5. So just one true pass, they are gone.
All right, so wherever you're watching us from, it's still 1-0 in favor of Hearts of Lions, and Hearts of Lions are in possession now. A long pass there to his man who, in particular, so still Hearts of Lions, Eche laid the pass also on, and it's latched on onto the wings. Who is taking it? Kumasi Asante Kotoko. What's the defender doing there?
See now, because they've scored, now they've gathered
exactly.
confidence.
They're coming back
Look
into
how
it
they are playing.
with that
It tells you
momentum. It tells you they are up for
Yeah.
Well, so the stadium looks to be gradually filling up because people are now closing. The University of Ghana Stadium. It's Friday also. So
those that are coming to fill the stadium are the House supporters.
Okay, so you heard it from Amakwame.
When we close, we'll go.
The Heart supporters are the one coming to fill the stadium, and obviously a great game coming up against BBN Gold Stars. You should watch out for. And so who is it? Again, another offside call there for Kumasi Asante.
Lions have to be very careful because the same thing brought the Kotoko their goal. So they should check their back line. So
I think Coach Zito needs to observe this thing. You see, Kotoko attackers they find it wanting to recover. Yeah. Whenever the ball leaves their area, I think that they have to look at that kind of situations. It's not helping at all. But even if the ball leaves an attacker, he's still standing.
Waiting for someone.
It's very bad.
All right, so it's Heart of Lions now in contention. A throw-in in favor of Heart of Lions. Throws it to his man. They are moving. They are in possession currently by Heart of Folk. Force it now. It's now Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are in possession of the ball. He looks for his man. And then who in particular? They are surging forward in possession now. And another offside call. So what is it with the offside and what are they not really getting right?
No, but the way they are pushing, a goal can come any moment because they still haven't checked their line. The back line of the Heart of Lions team, they haven't checked their line. Anytime the ball is coming, they are on a straight line.
And then you see the midfielder when he got the ball, he delayed.
Yeah.
First control, second control should be a pass. Exactly.
And the ball moves faster than the man.
3-4 times. Whilst the attacker was also moving. Instead of him watching the line of the Lions defense, he's just going.
Hey, what was it Osei was thinking? I mean, it was out of his 18-yard, and he would have committed a blunder if
very.
And you see, Joel, let's say something. You see that Kotoko a right back. That was talking about that. He's a left footer and played at the right back. If you see, these are some of the tricks in football that you should know. If the Kotoko, if the Lions left winger, left midfield, if he's that smart, he will stand on his left footer.
Block that.
He cannot play the right.
That's true.
And the right will be on the line, and that will block him. And so he can take the ball from him anytime he has the ball. So that is another, way of getting ball from left footers. When you stand on the left, he has no choice than to fumble.
And so Heart of Lions now in possession of the ball in their 18-yard. Eche looks for his colleague, a long ball into the attacking third of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and
Ado
have to clear their lines
the pace.
Exactly, and it seems Kotoko have put up. They've gone to the drawing board and they are putting pieces together. Yeah, so the midfield seems to be at par now. It used to be Heart of Lions who were in charge of the midfield, and then an infringement.
And I'm saying something that Kotoko. I think the Lions captain, the centre back. He doesn't normally balloon the ball. But they look at what he's playing now. He just clear the ball whenever the ball, comes to him. And that tells you they've learned something, and he's there as and doing the job of the name defend.
Sure.
He's defending. And now he's not going to tolerate any unusual thing from attackers.
Because I believe they can see what Kotoko is up for in the second half, because a few changes in terms of the interpositional play has gone on, and so they want to be extremely careful, because having
3 offsides so far in the game should tell you that then the next one or two can
about
result
3 corners
into a goal. Yeah. And so a free kick in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A cross in there, heads go up. Who is it? Oh, a poor one there by Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Is it Ansu? So yeah, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the striker, one of the new strikers there. And then so what don't we get? This was a free header,
and he kicked the ball too high. He hit the ball too high.
All right, so Osei will convert the goal kick now into the 18, into the attacking third of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and who is in possession of the ball now. Kumasi Asante Kotoko seem to be knocking hard on the doors of Heart of Lions in the second half. So far, they're really playing and pressing Heart of Lions to make sure they get the equalizer.
The Lions backline should stay resolute because if you keep on ballooning, it will be coming. So they need to also soak the pressure.
At the same time, Eric, not to soak pressure. I think that is a way of making that zone a free zone, exactly, so that they don't entertain any kind of unusual fouls and then free kicks and then infringements. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think for me, I like the way the center back as a captain is controlling the back.
All right, so an infringement there. A Lion player is on the turf. What is it? Is it a free kick in favor of Heart of Lions? There was a push there.
Yeah, from the Kotoko.
Is the Kotoko might come from behind to win this game? You know why? You see, each and every player on the field of play, when it comes to the Kotoko side, they want to also justify their inclusion. Why they should also play?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have been on the bench for a while, and so if you are given opportunity to perform, then you don't need to. There's no excuse. You have to perform, and so for me, that is one thing a determination that they have come back with. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I will not be surprised if Kotoko show come from behind and win this game.
All right. So wherever you're watching us from is our live coverage of the 2025 Galka Top 4 there at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It's match number 3 and it's match day 2. The game you're seeing currently on your screens is Hearts of Lions, who are leading 1-0 over Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Currently is an infringement in favor of Hearts of Lions in their third. Let's see what the story will be, because it seems Kumasi Asante Kotoko have picked up their pieces and they are strongly coming back into the game.
Look at the Lions players when they're attacking. You see, there are 5.
Yeah,
there are 5 in number.
Yeah,
there's something. It tells you how offensive they are whenever they're attacking or they are pressing. There's something. Yeah, so I think that is also very, very, very effective on the part of the Lions.
Okay, throwing to Heart of Lions. He looks for his man Freeman. He currently looks like the marksman for Heart of Lions. They all want to play to his tune, but he's been well marked by the Kumasi Asante Kotoko defense there. So yeah, it tells you what Lions is also up for in this second half. Kumasi Asante Kotoko all out there, playing everything they can. So an infringement there. HA going in with that tackle, so it will go in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in their defense right now. Let's see what it is. 1-2. Now the ball is in the defense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in their own yard. They're now trying to find their way through to Heart of Lions, and then it's another infringement.
And Joel, have you seen? You see the whole defense of Lions. You see, they defend when necessary and they attack when necessary. So wherever the ball is, you could find Lions in majority. You know what I'm saying? So that is also helping the team because they are playing with the ball. Whenever the ball is, they find their men there, and that is very, very effective.
And there's one good thing Lions is doing. See the areas which they are fouling the Kotoko players.
Sure.
At their own zone.
Exactly.
So it's hardly for you to get the set pieces that can end up in a goal.
Okay, so yeah, there's a hold on play now. What's happening there? I think the ball is now in the 18 of
Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I thought there was going to be an infringement after HA went down in their own 18-yard. And the boys ballooned in there and a nice clearance there by Heart of Lions. But it's still Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Playing for your country, and easy. Scoring, and easy. Avoiding injuries, and easy. Winning, and easy. But you know what be easy now? Keep up.
So what is the story going to be like, especially the way Kumasi Asante Kotoko keeps knocking hard? What do they need now to change the rhythm of the game? Because they seem to be pressing hard, but as much as they press, when they get into the attacking third, actually
the composure and it's left for them how to break the lines, the back line. I mean, that piercing passes for the strikers to run.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. And that has been the problem. If they should have a player like Ado playing now for Kotoko, it will be easy for Kotoko to score.
Because he will be a distributor.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the University of Ghana Stadium now and enjoy the rest of the game.
Now see the introduction of 3 players from Coach Bashu Hayford. So Coach Bashu Hayford would bring in right back George Osei, and of course we would also see the introduction of Samuel Boama, as well as number 18 shirted Emmanuel Ofori. So Emmanuel Ofori in there, George Boama, and the likes have come on, and it tells you that Coach Bashu Hayford wants to secure this win, Ben.
Absolutely. He wants to cement the lead and hold on for the 3-point at stake. Whereas Kotoko also have got ideas as they push for the possible equalizer in this game.
Now, Johnson Owusu is taking off the ball, the new boy who just came on in his number 2 shirt. Does brilliantly well and clears lines. So Yao Danso obviously is out. And George Osei is in. Now, here is Abubakari. Abubakari finds solace in, ball is taken away from them, but found solace in Philip Amwa. And now Ishmaelado for the Lions loses possession to Johnson Owusu. Here is Francis Aqua. Aqua finds Samba O'Neal. O'Neal sends in a pass trying to locate Philip Amwa, and it goes out of play again for Lawrence Osei, who can afford to waste some time here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, can Bando Heart of Lions continue their unbeaten streak against the Porcupine Warriors? They've been a thorn in the flesh for the Ukum Apembeba boys. In 10 games before today, Bando Heart of Lions had beaten Kotoko 5 times, and 3 of these meetings have ended in draws. And then we've seen 2 wins for Asante Kotoko. The last time the Porcupine Warriors beat the Bando boys was a very long time ago, Benghazi. Very long time ago.
Very dominant display on the part of Lions over the Warriors, and the records, like you said, clearly indicate the dominance they've had over Kotoko for all these years. In the recent times as well, they've not lost to Kotoko in the last 4 encounters, to tell you of how dominant they have really been over the Warriors. Even though Kotoko are trying to get themselves back into the game, the signs we are seeing clearly is one that tells you that Lions are comfortable, because they clearly have not been tested that much in this game today.
Well, if you want the last time Kotoko beat Lions, you'd have to go 10 years back to 2015. That was the last time, and Kotoko beat Bando Heart of Lions by 4-0 in the Ghana Premier League. The return leg in that year 2015 saw Lions also beat Kotoko 3-1, and then they or Lions went on relegation, came back in 2023 and settled for a 0-0 draw at the Bayara Sports Stadium. And from then, Kotoko found it very difficult to beat the Lions. Let's see if they can put together a comeback here. And ball in midfield. Brilliant play from Marcia Sante Kotoko. And Kotoko putting their passes together. They can't forward the ball, but the final pass is curtailed. And Paul Hennessy would clear his lines. So we've seen the introduction of Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry has been introduced by Coach Karim Zito. It tells you that Coach Karim Zito is not happy with what he's seen so far.
Absolutely. So he has come on for Johnson Owusu. So Johnson Owusu has gone off, and in now is Entry, who brings a lot more a wonderful display from the middle of the park for the Warriors, which they need so much in this game at this point in time.
Right. So let's see how Emmanuel Entry would fare in this game. And Obeng Jr. is brought down, and Shaibu Abubakari is not happy, but the referee would speak to him. So referee speaks to Shaibu Abubakari to be careful. I am in charge here. And referee would beckon to Ebenezer Ban to restart play. He does restart play. Ball on the left side. And Bismarck sends a crossing. Chauncey Freeman, a shot. But it goes way off target of the goal of goalkeeper Aziz, who is in for Kamara today. And Lions win possession again. Pando out of Lions, but then you see that chance again. Brilliant one. Took the ball on his chest. He outfound the net. It would have been a brilliant goal. A chance for Kotoko. And well, the chance was wasted. So Pando are still in the lead, live on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM. It is a 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament. And match day 2, of course, right after this game at 6 p.m., we'll see, well, Chauncey Freeman for now. Chauncey Freeman, a shot, and goalkeeper Aziz makes light work of that shot. Brilliant work from the Liberian.
That was a wonderful effort from Chauncey Freeman. The run, the cut back, and then the shot. Everything about that move from Chauncey Freeman was classic. Unfortunately for him, though, Aziz Dari had other ideas and met that shot with an equally brilliant save to ensure Kotoko still remains just a goal. So wonderful run and effort there from Chauncey Freeman, the man from Liberia playing for Heart of Lions.
Well, if you are Karim Zito right about now, what will be running through your mind?
Clearly, he's putting all his charges now. I mean, some of the regulars are in. Entry has joined. That's a replay there for you. It was a wonderful effort from Chauncey Freeman, but of course, unfortunately for him, equally well saved there by the goalkeeper of Kotoko, Aziz Dari.
Right. So live here at the University of Ghana Stadium, and temporary hold up, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament. And by virtue of being first, second, third, and fourth in this year's Ghana Premier League, Piani Gold Stars, Pando Heart of Lions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Accra Folk made this top 4. And the first round of games saw Viviani Gold Stars beat Kotoko by 2-1. Heart of Lions lost to Heart of Folk by 1-0. And in match day 2, we see the Lions beating Kotoko by 1-0. Well, a senior colleague will say it is not over until it's over. So play will still continue. But as I said, at 6 p.m., we'll bring you that game between Accra Suffolk and Bibiani Gold Stars. Now, they can't forward the ball. Lions. And, well, they lose possession. Pando Heart of Lions. would concede a foul in the area right in front of the technical bench of Pando Heart of Lions. And here is Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry still has the ball. Brilliant play from Asante Kotoko and Shaibu. Oh, brilliant play from Shaibu. Now, they come forward, Albert Tamwa. Albert Tamwa would have to go back to Shaibu. Abubakari, who sends a crossing, a long one trying to find Donzo. But Echedogli is brought down. And so Echedogli down in pain, but back onto his feet. Wonderful young chap from Banana Inn.
He's been very impressive for Heart of Lions in the game today. Very, very impressive. He's been all over the place, covering every blade of grass in the game today. Very energetic, full of energy, and has had a very wonderful game in this afternoon's encounter. So brilliant game there from Dogli Eche in this afternoon's encounter for Heart of Lions.
All right, so play continues here. And we've done 69 minutes of play. Now, George Osei comes forward with the ball, and well, the pass or the run was, or the catch was overcooked, and the foot bent. And George Osei cannot taste a cross for now. So play does continue. And Francis Aqua will need to be very careful at the backside. Zakaria would balloon the ball. He finds Amwa. Amwa's control would find Pando Heart of Lions. And, well, Kotoko would clear their line. 69 minutes, approaching the 70th minute mark. Live on GH1 TV. Your best experience also live on Star 103.5 FM. And, of course, Ultimate FM in Kumasi, Empire FM in Takrady, and probably on Zeps FM in Zebila. Bismarck Inim, the left back for the Lions, would pick up the throw-in. And he sends a throw-in in. A chance for Freeman. And what's Freeman going to do? Well, ref spots a foul against Chelsea Freeman.
You will have a laugh at that. Let's see the replay again. Was there a push or anything? Okay. A slight one on Zakaria.
Zakaria will need to go to the gym next time. Now, here is Paul Atta. Atta is the goal scorer. His cross is blocked by Shaibu, and a corner kick. Another corner kick for Pando Heart of Lions. And now Paul Atta, after all the hard work, is down. But look at goalkeeper Aziz.
Kotoko have got 20 minutes to get themselves back in the game, or they could be kissing the top four goodbye, because if they lose this game, I don't see a way back for them, in the last game against House of Oak. Even if they win that one, it might not be enough to see them progress beyond what it is we've seen them do so far. So they have got 20 minutes to get themselves back in the game strongly, or like I said, they can kiss the tournament a goodbye.
Of course, just gone by was Coach
Maxwell Kunedu.
Yes, who we understand that has been appointed as coach of the under-20, and the corner is cleared by Kotoko, recycled by Eche Dogli, and that's find Ishmaeladu. Admo in the cross, and Freeman is there again, but Kotoko cleared their lines. And now Jehu completes the clearance. Out it goes for another throw-in for Bismarck Inim. Bismarck Inim. I understand his nickname, Babaraman. Oh, brilliant play from Ishmaeladu, but this time it was brilliant, but it was out of play.
You wanted it a bit on that occasion.
Now, Shaibu, and he needs to be very careful. His ball will find Captain Samba O'Neill, and Samba O'Neill would also find solace in the touch, and out it goes for throw-in. So 72 minutes of play done here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Gradually tick-tock, and look at Karim Zito. Very, very animated. I don't know what he's worried about, but a chance and a shot, and over the bar goes. It won't trouble Aziz at all.
I can understand his frustrations. It's not been a good outing there at all for Kotoko. Not forgetting they lost their first game against Gold Stars, but today it has been that underwhelming for the Warriors. We've not seen them redominate at any point in time in this game. It's all been Lions, and Kotoko have not really shown their true level or mettle in this game so far. They need to really up it. It's the reason why I'm sure the coach is boiling on the sidelines.
Well, play continues, and here is Kotoko in the box. A chance for Kotoko. Can they send a crossing? The cross is sent in. Paul attack cleanses lines. And Francis Aqua has a chance to recycle possession. Well, he does that. Now, the build-up play. And the ball goes all the way back. The tempo is good, but not for Kotoko. And here they come again. Here is Amwa. Philip Amwa. And Amwa, for the winner throw-in. He takes the ball. He finds Shaibu Abubakari. Abubakari finds Jehu, and well, Abubakari back to Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry in his 10 shirt finds Samuel Tenedu, and Lions will clear their lines again, ballooned into the skies, hoping that one day it would find a space for a Liberian.
Aqua clearly was looking for the infringement, was looking for the foul on that occasion, and went down so easily. So that's really what it is. But of course, it's been a difficult game for the Warriors. That we can understand. Difficult game it's been. But what a chance there.
And a chance for Kotoko. The cross comes in, and a header, and over the bar goes.
Guess who?
Donzo.
Again.
Oh, Donzo. Donzo. Close to 5 brilliant crosses. The ball found his head, and he's yet to find the target. The goalkeeper was out of his area. All he needed to do was put it into the twine, and Donzo had other ideas. Over the bar goes, and Panto Heart of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
He has had 3 very good opportunities with balls put in the box through a crossing, and he's been so poor with his connection in all those locations, always sending the ball over the upright. I'm shocked at how basic that's what was supposed to be, but just could not get it right. And there it is. You have Coach Basher Hayford having a word or two with his players who are on the sidelines with him, because they need to hold on. 15 more minutes left in this game, and I'm sure for Coach Basher Hayford, he wants his men to hold on to this lead so they can get their first 3 points in the game. But difficult game it's been for Kotoko. Of course, Tinedu, they are alongside on the sidelines, listening to everything that was said to the Lions players by the technical team led by Basher Hayford together with Nia Ajay. But difficult chance, great chance it was, I must say, for the player Donzo, but the poor finishing on the part of Donzo on that occasion for the Porcupine or the Heart of Lions. Kotoko team, I must say.
75 minutes of play done here, and Coach Basher Hayford issuing instructions to his Liberian Chauncey Freeman, and Lawrence Osei is back on his feet. He finds George Osei, and so from one Osei to the other. Now, the Lions will come forward with the ball. A chance for Freeman in the box, and the cross comes in, and good defending on the part of Samba O'Neill and his men at the backside for Lions, and a good defending yet again from Aban to Lawrence Osei.
A very commanding captain and defender for the team. Look at him, commands his team, leads by example, brilliant defending. I've been impressed with him in the 2 games we've watched him so far in this top 4. Against Hartlepool, even though they lost, he was so impressive and so good. Today as well, same. Commanding, ever present, and so good with tackles, and so brilliant on the part of Aban. Lead the lines there for Heart of Lion.
Right, so play continues, and Zarata, yes, Paul Ataje wins another corner kick. If we're judging this game by corner kick, trust me, Panto Heart of Lions.
They've had a number of corner kicks.
And look at Aziz. Aziz is not a happy man.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's probably saying another corner kick. Well, another corner kick, and you see the likes of 46-shirted Samuel Buama in the box, and the cross comes in again. This time is to the near post. Easy clearance for Kotoko. Now, Bismarck Enim throws one quickly. And Kwando out of Lions still have the ball. And the referee spots a foul. And so it's a foul against Samuel Boama. Samuel Boama Kwanzaa. Tamba O'Neill, entry finds Samuel Tenedu and Samba to goalkeeper Aziz, and Aziz would find Zakaria, and so the Porcupine Warriors would pick up a throw-in.
And you saw earlier on the deputy coach of Kotoko, Hamza Obin, always on his feet, trying to get his team charged up and, of course, get themselves back to the game. But it's been that difficult for them today against the Lions.
Very, very difficult for players down, but play continues. I think that is Echedogli. And a chance for Kotoko. Ball comes in. Lines are cleared. And now, finally, referee is brought to the knowledge of the fallen soldier. And so he stops play. And he will be stretched off. Echedogli has been everywhere.
He has been
and you
everywhere.
can look at that goal against Benghazi. Brilliant cross. He mishandles it, Aziz, and all Paul Atta had to do was to hit it into the net.
That was a very poor move there from Aziz Dari. Should have done much better with that save. It was a poor one on the part of the goalkeeper, gifting the goal there to Percy Atta. Is it Atta for the opening goal for Heart of Lions?
Right, so we'll see another substitution. And so Echedogli is out. And tell you pretty surely the player.
I think it looks like Contour.
Okay. So number 17 shutted in now. Now the Lions would continue to have possession of the ball. Bismarck Enim and Chauncey Freeman would always go in for these battles. And brilliant play from Paul Hennessy. And receive some applause from the fans here. Emmanuel Entry would go up in the skies. Ishmael Adu, Emmanuel Entry, ding dong battle in the midfield, and Kotoko would finally claim possession. They have some 10 minutes and additional time to go. They need a goal dearly to appease their fans. The thousands of fans watching this game on GH1 TV, listening to live commentary on Star FM. Of course, stream on YouTube as well. And so the man is down in pain.
That is Tinedu. He came off Western tackle again, together with Kwanzaa. Potter put his full body behind a tackle, and he seemed to have gotten the special part of Tinedu. So he is down.
Trust me, very, very painful one. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
81 minutes of play done. Pando Heart of Lions. Akpini Medwongpel. Kotoko Wazu. That is what they say. And it means, poor one. No. Very poor tackle.
That's a poor one from
Poor one. And we are not advantaged with VAR. If not, I'm sure that would have been a red card.
Absolutely.
That would have been a red card.
His stats went somewhere it should not have gone to.
Samuel Boama Kwanzaa, the culprits there. And but thankfully Samuel Tenedu is up. And so Emmanuel Entry would survey his options, receive instructions from the bench, and weighing his options, still Samuel Entry. He decides. Well, is that a throw-in? So Francis Aqua would edge his man up front. Time is running. Tick-tock, it goes. And Francis Aqua will send a throw-in. He comes into the box. Cleared. He finds Entry. Entry balloons about shots. And out of play goes. nowhere near the goal area.
He had the power, but direction was lacking on a part of that shot from Emmanuel Entry. But the idea clearly was brilliant. He had it spot on. The control on his chest, like you can see, was good. Then the final effort, flying just over the upright. Idea good, technique good, but execution not the best.
Now, Abubakari finds the man who is back, Samuel Tenedu, and Captain Samba O'Neill. O'Neill to Zakaria Fusaini comes in field, and the pass is a bad one. And good defending from Bismarck Enim, who finds Lawrence Osei, and Lawrence Osei can afford to waste a few seconds. Enim receives the ball back from his brilliant play from Lions. And referee spots another foul. Samuel says it was a legal one. Referee says it is an illegal one, and we can watch it again. Was it a handball? And the replay will tell us.
Clearly it was a handball on the part of Samuel Tinedu. Brilliant control on the chest, and of course trying to size up the Tinedu. Tinedu have none of that, and so brought the ball down with the hand.
Play does continue, and Kumasha Santi Kotoko would clear their lines. And Amwa on the right side of attack for Kotoko. Entry goes back to Shaibu, and Shaibu's pass to Aqua. Well, it finds him, and Aqua Francis is taking up the ball by Freeman. Referee spots a foul on Francis Aqua, and it seems that again the Liberian is tired.
He's been working as always throughout the 84 so minutes we've done in this game. He runs all over the place like we saw in the first game, full of energy, has a lot of pace, and of course energy to burn, and it's obvious he has it all to give for the Lions. He's put everything on the line today for Heart of Lions.
Well, let's see if Lawrence Osei can also put everything in play for the Lions. But then again, would have, I call it a meeting of the elders, a council meeting to decide who takes this free kick up against Lawrence Osei. 3 men behind the ball, Albert Amwa, Entry. And the fans would also have their preference. And Entry, he goes for the ball, and an easy one of the easiest saves Lawrence Osei would ever make in his lifetime.
Distance was a bit too far for a direct effort. He had a bit of power, but like I said, distance was too far, so the keeper had enough time to get himself behind the ball and make a very comfortable save for Heart of Lions.
Now, Kwama Kwanzaa, the cross is cooked. Well, it can still be recovered, and Atta does well to keep the ball in play, but Shaibu knows time is not his friend. He takes the ball, and the man is down. Referee would have to stop play, and we'll call for the stretcher. Paul Ataije, the goal scorer, dilly-dallying, and you can see the man, Taibu Abubakari. No nonsense at this time. He can't afford to waste time at all.
Yeah, the stats of Shaibu was showing in that tackle. He caught Atta without stats showing tackle, and to clear the referee should have whistled for an infringement for Lions. He got it wrong there.
Well, for the fans of Accra Suffolk and Bibiani Gold Stars, you can see Bibiani Gold Stars, a captain, Yakubu Hak, who lifted a trophy, the Ghana Premier League trophy, in the stands with his colleagues. They play next, and they face Phobia, Accra Suffolk, Never Say Die until the bones are rotten. So these two teams already have 3 points, and now Pando Heart of Lions for now will join them, and with 3 points. Now Kotoko, long 117, and a chance for Kotoko. The cross comes in, and no one is there to connect. Ball is still in play according to the stand referee. Entry shot is blocked. The right side, and Shaibu to Amwa. Oh, brilliant play from Amwa. Amwa, can he get a good cross? He does get a cross, not a good one. He finds goalkeeper Lawrence Osei again.
He was going for goal, so took an option of a shot instead and didn't get the power. He needed to get behind that ball, and so an easy easy save there for Lawrence or saying goal for Heart of Lions. 3 more minutes of time plus other time left in this game. Kotoko have it all to do. Redemption, or they are bowing out of this year's GACA top 4.
Well, redemption. At the start of the song, I was expecting the stadium DJ to play the redemption song to remind both teams that it's a game of redemption. Well, Kotoko come forward with the ball. Donzo, who's had a lot of chances, and the cross comes in, and Aban is there again. Captain Ebenezer Aban clears his lines. Chelsea Freeman finds Ishmael Ado, very good midfielder, and Samuel Obama, he finds a pass to Paul Atta. Atta is being policed by Shaibu. Shaibu does what? Back pass, and the pass is cleared, but the referee spots a foul against Paul Atta.
That was good defending on the part of Shaibu, because clearly Atta was much more stronger, but he managed to match Atta boot for boot, but of course
a lot of energy from the bench
from him, and so good one or good defending on the part of Shaibu on that occasion. Look at it, bumping into and he nearly went down anyway.
And so we'll see Albani in his 35 shirt warming up. He can't wait. So there is Albani coming on for the Liberian Chelsea Freeman, and Emmanuel Entry. Abanu clears lines. Francis Aqua. Francis finds Samuel Tinedu, and he finds Zakaria to Shaibu on the right side. Now, Amwa. Oh, brilliant pass from Amwa. And ball is nibbled away. Lions will clear their lines. But Kotoko would win possession again around the center circle. 89 minutes of play, approaching the 90th minute mark. It is Friday, and on Fridays, back in the day, back in JHS, we love this song. Now the day is over, and very soon we might see additional time from fourth referee Gideon Nee Kofi, and when it comes, it means that the song "Now the Day is Over" would come. But now, free kick, and it comes in. It is cleared. We're doing 5 minutes of additional time. Another cross is sent in. Lawrence Osei is up and doing, and the ball, well, according to assistant referee Seth Tableto, had already gone out, so no corner kick, but goal kick for Lawrence Osei. And you see Emmanuel Entry there. Cross, well, a free kick, goal kick is taken, a foul won by Boama. And you can see the reason why Coach Hayford brought him in very strong.
Very, very strong, and able to put the likes of Fusenia, Zakaria, and give some challenge as well to Samba O'Neill with the aerial duels. He's won a free kick for his team with just about 4 or so minutes of added time left to defend for Lions. Clearly, they've been in control. They've defended resolutely and very, very well. And I'm sure they will have the next 4 minutes to hold on to get their first 3 points in this championship.
And very bad foul, bad tackle. You're going to see a yellow card flash to Captain Samba O'Neill. It's getting worse. And look at Samba O'Neill in disagreement with Samuel Tinedu. Well, Tinedu, I must say. And, poor one.
And I can't think his point clearly is to Tinedu, why head the ball down in your own area? Yeah. It's dangerous. Get the ball out. You don't head it down. And unfortunately for Samba, he was late. His effort to try and clear the ball for Kotoko.
Well, in moments like this, you see Aziz saying it's okay. He forms a 5-man human wall to prevent further embarrassment. Aziz would need his wall to be up and doing. Bismarck Enim, who's crossed from that corner kick, brought that goal, is behind the ball. Bismarck Enim straight to goalkeeper Aziz, and Aziz quickly releases the ball, and a lot of space for Kotoko to work with. Here is Philip Amwa with his left foot on the right side, and Amwa finds Shaibu still has the ball. Brilliant play from Shaibu. He stopped, and ball is taken away from him. And now here is Shaibu again in a physical battle. He loses it, but wins a throw-in. And Jehu comes forward. Jehu still has the ball. Ball is taken away from him. Bismarck now finds Boama would survey his options. Still has the ball. Back to Bismarck Enim would hold possession and find this young boy, this Ishmael Ado, in his 6th set for the Lions. And a final pass from George Osei is a poor one, and Kotoko would come forward again.
Osei was looking for a run to come from Kwanzaa, but Kwanzaa failed to make a move, and so easily attack breaks down for Heart of Lions.
And off the ball, Emmanuel entry, off the ball foul. The player was nowhere near him. And the fans would be in disagreement with referee Reginald calling someone. But the referee is just like a judge, is just like the headmaster. And for the few fans of Pando Heart of Lions here, they can enjoy and afford to smile and put their hands in the skies. They are up by a goal to nothing. But then they have some 40 seconds to go. Here comes Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the right side. They come forward with the ball. A chance for Kotoko. Entry. And he goes all the way back to Amwa. Cross comes in. The header is a poor one. And Lawrence Osei would have the final say.
That was a glorious chance there for Albert Amwa. A free header in the 6-yard box, and he completely got it wrong. That should have been the leveler for Kotoko.
That should have been it. But Lawrence Osei would smile. He knows that the battle is over. The battle would surely be over pretty surely when referee says so, but the play still continues. And Zakaria clears lines. Ladies and gentlemen, now the battle is over. Pando Heart of Lions have roared against Aziz and the likes. Paul Atta Eje's goal scored in the first half has given them 3 points. And guess what? The unbeaten run against the Porcupine Warriors continues. Kumase Asante Kotoko have failed to pick a point in their second game in the 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament. And Coach Bashir Hayford can afford to get a bottle of water and drink. Shaibu is disappointed. The likes of Ishmael Ado and Kwanzaa and Osei can hug themselves and congratulate captain. And Karim Zito is not a happy man. He would have a lot to say after this. But then Kotoko have been beaten. Well, Hamza Obeng would say, come on, let's applaud the fans. He tells the likes of Shaibu, but then Kotoko have been beaten again, and they have no points. And now they can just wait to meet across of folk and sport a party for Hearts of Folk.
Absolutely. It's been a wonderful game we've witnessed here, the first game for the day, and the fans clearly have had it worth coming in here toward the game. But for the Kotoko fans, who obviously will not be happy because they've seen their team lose out in their second game against the Heart of Lions. But like you said, Kotoko against Lions has been a very difficult fixture for the Port Carlos team. In the last 5 matches, they have not picked a point or won, I must say, against Heart of Lions. They've only won once. They've not even won a game. In the last 5 games, they've drawn 2 of them and have lost the other. So it's been a poor run for the Kotoko team against Lions for the last 5 or so encounters in the Ghana Premier League, and also this Kotoko as well.
All right, so do join us for the second game
over at the University of Ghana Stadium, and that's the story. And the headlines will have it: the Lions roared and the Porcupine ran away. Anyway, so the Porcupine has been chased into wherever. Anyway, so that's how it ended at the University of Ghana Stadium. Match day 2, match number 3 is ended. We're bringing you the next game, but we need to make way for news now. My colleague Awusidede is standing by. But I mean, let me quick thoughts before we go to the news. Were you expecting this as a Hasselhoff, former Kotoko player?
Not at all, but I think it was a game plan of the coach because for you to change the whole set is very, very questionable. Because looking at the history behind this game, which is 10 years now, they have been beating us. A decade they've been beating us. So the preparation should have been more better than this.
Sure.
And if there's a loophole, that is, and because that's what I always say, that when you have a problem with the steer of a car, you don't buy a tie. You rather buy a steer to fix, and then problem is being solved. So how come, a left-footed player to go and then play on the right side, which is, unpardonable. And it was, and then even the second half as well, I think Kotoko came to the party,
exactly,
but they were not well composed up front. They needed somebody who can break the seams. You understand? We have something called seams, how you break the line. So if they had somebody like Ado, as you were saying, he have that penetrative passes, he can find the pockets to lay the passes for the strikers to run through. So because of the delayance, that's why always the strikers are offsides and all that. But during the dying numbers of the game, when the offsides were coming, I was like, no, something might happen. A goal can come, like the way the Lions did in the first half.
Sure.
Because the Lions were so tactical in the second half of this game. They were so tactical. Looking at their clearance and how when they lose the ball, all the players come behind the ball again. And the energy level, the stamina level was really, really showing. People might think the Liberian guy couldn't score, but look, he was a handful trouble for the Kotoko defense.
Exactly.
Because he was giving them pressure all along. And also kudos to the Lions defender, the captain. He really, really showed, a showman and then a senior poster in the game during the dying embers of the game.
Okay, all right. So I'll pick Amon Kwame, who will talk after we come back from.
He doesn't have anything to talk.
No, he said he went somewhere, what he went to do.
He's a juju man.
Anyway, so we'll come your way with the next game pretty shortly. But beautiful Awusi Dede is already standing by. She doesn't support any team anyway. We won't talk about it.
That's a sad one. Thank you so much, Joel, for bringing us that solid coverage now. But this is the special edition. Now, but this is the special edition.